very much alike.
Remember all the happy times we had.
Very much alike. All right. I'll tell you the truth.
Mic check. Checking mics. Checking all the mics. Thank you very much, Coney. Also nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Do we have things to talk about today? Ooh. Interesting thingies. Here's Flywheels. That's actually Lucha in the background working on something. He's over. Alrighty, let me get this, let's do that. Whoa! Why does that look so weird now? What did I do? Oh no. There we go. Something like, oh no! I had everything set up! What did I do? There we go. That should work. Alrighty. I guess I'll glasses off for right now since the glare. Welcome to the Saturday Night Stream Thing, the Nerf live stream that happens every Saturday night starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm, of course, Walcom. In the background, we got a Lucha and a Flux somewhere doing God knows what off screen. They're not actually, I don't even see them in the room, so that should be fun. But, of course, I'm here. It's been a week. It's been one of the more exciting weeks in the entire hobby. A lot of people are hyped about a lot of different things, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But first and foremost, before we get too far off the rails, a gentle reminder, if you follow me on Instagram, at WalcomS7, you can win a Dart Zone Pro Mark III. It's a pretty good deal, so make sure you check out my Instagram. Again, that's at WalcomS7. The entire giveaway, everything is there for you to see. Really easy to answer. It's like follow me, follow Dart Zone, share the post, like it, you know, all the social media engagement things. Thank you very much for the support so far on that. It has been awesome. I hope to annoy everybody with non-Nerf stuff 24/7. I'll post lots of Nerf stuff. But yeah, that's a thing. Did you see the Ultra Cosmo video that Nerf deleted 5 minutes after it was released? I have not. Is that something I can find on Reddit? Because I legitimately have not heard about that. Ultra Cosmos, huh? I have not. I haven't even seen anything about it. Have I mentioned how much I hate Reddit? Okay, I don't see anything on Reddit. If somebody has a link, please put it in the Discord and tag me so I can see what the heck's talking about. Because I'm interested to see what it is. I want the Swift too. The Swift is a great blaster. Really like it. I have another thing that's similar to a Swift that I'm going to be doing a video on next week that I really like. It's not nearly as good for people who aren't modders, but it's still really awesome. Yeah, Coney, I wouldn't expect anything to come up on Google for something like that, if it was especially like a leak. But if it was like an actual leak, even for 5 minutes, somebody would have screenshotted it. Somebody probably would have downloaded the video. I mean, I highly recommend the Worker Swift. I love it. We do have a DCP Mark III here. If you have any extraneous questions about it, this is a live stream featuring this thing. Still, overall, very positive about this blaster. Of course, mine did not work all that hot on LiPo, but I assume that was a wheel problem. The weird part was how everybody was having problems with talons. Mine works fine. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. Mine works absolutely effortlessly with talons. And it's kind of interesting that so many people have had those kinds of issues. I don't know why. What is the trigger on the stock? It's the adjustment. So you can... That's all it is. Would you recommend the long barrel for the Swift? Do you have a need for like 300 FPS? Then yes. Because that's about what you'll get. Like 280, I think, is what it gets. If you've opened it up yet. I haven't, because doing that kind of stuff, especially like I wasn't going to do that for the video because I needed it obviously running for the video, and it takes a lot of time to pull a blaster apart, put it back together, whatnot. I don't see a reason, and also other people took it apart, so I have absolutely no reason to pull it apart right now. None. Put that back in there. Everybody's like asking, am I gonna mod mine? And honestly, so for me, like, I don't see the point at all. I almost see no point for a lot of people to mod theirs, because let's face it, if you're gonna mod this thing, you're not gonna be running it on AA's. If you do, it's a very bad idea. So, for me, I have more than enough full auto flywheel blasters. I don't need another one. So, the whole allure to the Dart Zone Pro Mark III for me is the fact that it does so well on AA batteries. It's cool that I have the option, but I don't need it. And I have a video that I kind of want to like run by the people here. I'm not feeling full auto in Nerf. I think full auto in Nerf is starting to become like really, really bad. A lot of people seem to like it, and then you use it once, and then you're kind of like, oh, I never want to use that ever again, kind of thing. Because full auto in Nerf is not great. I'll be honest with you. The Mark III looks like a Hyperion SMG. You're not wrong, actually. Yeah, you paint this thing like a bright shade of like yellow and stuff like that. I could see that. What was the initial reaction to getting the DC Mark III in the mail? Like, did you have a feeling of what it was, or were you completely surprised? I knew because they sent me an email and asked me if I wanted one, and then had all the details about like going forth. Like, this was the... was it the first time that there's been an embargo in the hobby? It might not be the first time. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I did something else recently that had an embargo. Oh, Hyper. Hyper also was the same way. I thought that was so cool of Dart Zone. It put everybody on an even playing field. It got a lot of content out there in the hobby at once. It was great. I love the fact that they do that, and I hope they do that for all their future releases. But yeah, they sent me an email asking if I wanted one. I'm upset about the Mark III. I don't know why they decided to add select fire if it doesn't fire at least 5 darts a second. Also the talon mag problem. Again, talon mag problem is a problem for everyone else. Mine works fine. As you could tell in the video, I used the Tachi and I slapped the Tachi out. I put in just a random worker talon, it worked fine. So I don't know why mine's special, but mine works fine. But then again, other people got actual huge performance boosts on LiPo, and mine was like super inconsistent and not good. Paint it pink and call it the B. That's an idea, Coney. I don't know if I'm gonna honestly do anything with it. This might just be my stock flywheeler for events that I go to, if I happen to go to an event. I just don't see the reason. People are bashing the rate of fire. I'm gonna tell you, like, straight up. I think you guys are barking up the wrong tree. I think if you want a full auto that fires faster, you should look for a different blaster, because this is like the perfect rate of fire for HVZ. And it's also like in that realm of perfect rate of fire where you can completely control it. Like, there's not a single point in me firing this blaster that I'll ever fire more darts than I want to. And I think just having the option for full auto with this is more of like, if I know I'm gonna have it like as a secondary or something, or I'm just you know, picking up, and I just want to not even care about where I'm actually aiming. I just want to dump darts. And quite honestly, even if you're like, oh, I wish it was 5 darts a second, you could fire 5 darts a second with your normal trigger finger. Probably faster. That's a video right there. Like, that's something to think about, because I have a chronograph that will measure rate of fire.
Oh, nice.
So we should just see how fast we can get rate of fire with like semi-auto blasters. So, I honestly, like, I think, so here's what I think's gonna go with this one. I honestly, if you want one of these for what you saw, I completely agree. A lot of snobs in the hobby, I think, are being snobs in the hobby. I was one of those, and I guess because I just expected it to do worse. I haven't actually seen much of the internals, have you?
I've seen a little bit.
So, Zach was telling me that it has a capacitor inside the blaster. I have not looked at that.
Yeah.
But that made a lot of sense, and if it doesn't, it still makes sense to have like a capacitor-driven blaster like that. Because it revs up really quick. And it would make sense if it was using like a capacitor, because my performance on the flywheels and everything did not get better. And it kind of makes sense to me if they're using that kind of technology, like, you know, basically just something that passively fills up with power and then dumps it and then just gets a trickle after that to keep things up. That would make sense to me why we get the performance we do even on a lipo. But I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat would have to let me know, because I haven't really like looked hard into this. Is there any good mods for the Pro Mark III? I'm sure there will be, but again, I'm gonna let you guys know right off the bat, if you're buying one of these to mod it, you're doing it wrong. You're 100% doing it wrong in pretty much every single aspect. $130, and if you mod it, you're most likely completely invalidating the AA battling tray. The only reason you would buy one of these things to modify it like that is if you really liked the shell. And to be perfectly honest, I think you have a lot better options. Like, think about how expensive is like a worker dominator. I think it's like $40 for the shell, $11 or $12 per mag if they still have them, and then a cheap Strife full auto kit. And you could just use one flywheel stage. And, I mean, you have to mod that, but you're already talking about modding it, so what's the point? You know what I mean? The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics says, should I get a Lepus or a Nexus Pro? Completely different blasters for completely different points. Like, that's completely different from each other. Dude, it's $130. I ain't gonna freaking touch that thing. That's not much in a hobby, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. If you type Nerf Mega XL into the YouTube search bar and filter to upload date, you'll find a video of someone has the... yeah, no, I've seen people already post double crushers. Oh, you happy now?
Yeah.
Come show it off.
Bam! Bam!
So excited. Thunder Mustang donated $5 through Super Chat with a hiya. Well, hiya. Nice to see you, Thunder Mustang. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you very much for the $5 Super Chats. Not to throw a shade, but people like Drac and Coop have made a large community of nerfers to be so critical of every new release and has killed the main point of the hobby, the fun. That Vito-matic Toaster Boy, I don't think that's a fair assessment at all. I mean, they've been in the game a little bit longer than I have, and it just kind of comes down to what makes... I mean, people grow, people change. You cannot expect the person you were 10 years ago or even 5 years ago to be the same person that you are now. And there's nothing... You're not unique or special if you're like, I'm the exact same person, because that's actually a bad thing. You're supposed to grow and evolve. You're supposed to pick and choose the good, the bad things to make you the person that you want to be as you grow up. The Wallcom from 5 years from now should be very different from the Wallcom that's sitting in front of you right now. For like somebody like Coop and Drac, they might be feeling fatigued. They might be like kind of bored of it. They kind of wish they don't, maybe that they just feel like they have to do something like this. And they are excited about things that do come out, but they're less excited and less excited as things go on. And that's totally fair. I don't know, I can't speak for them. That's just the game, in my opinion. It's like, imagine you were like a Minecraft YouTuber 10 years ago, and you're still doing Minecraft because it pays the bills.
RUDO paint job to contrast my Star Platinum Conquest Pro, and a flywheel swap to something more smoother and concave tilde.
concave tilde. I was like, wow, good job, Streamlabs saying something out. Thank you very much for the $5. A Zawarudo paint job to contrast the star play. I've seen that Conquest Pro. I think I saw it on Reddit or something like that. That's a very good paint job. I might have to put it on wine. Are you gonna? You want to chill? Are you done?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put. Oh crap.
Yeah, without anything off.
I need the screen. Can you grab that screen for me, please?
Yeah.
I can't like without disappearing. I can put it on wide angle. We can see more. In Coop's earliest videos, he sounds bored AF. I mean, again, Coop's changed more than probably anyone. Don't shut off the camera. That would be the worst. What's your favorite Dart Zone Pro series so far? A Conquest. Oh my god, I love the Conquest. What about you? Like, what's your favorite?
Like blaster or whatever?
Yeah, what's your favorite pro level blaster so far?
That's a hard one. Probably the Aeon. Though I killed my Aeon, so...
You kill? Oh, right, you busted it.
Yeah, supposedly you could put in a, like, 18.5 long shot spring cut down. But mine, died.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice, except for, I'll have to... switching to all range mode. There we go. How's this for audio, everyone? Is this okay? Maybe not? Might have to try a different one. I've got the gain at max. So are you going to give away multiple Mark IIIs to have multiple winners? No, just the one. It's quiet and worse. Okay, well. How about that? Is that any better? So I have the microphone pretty far away. Until I get a wireless setup, I can't do it. It's a whole lot. It's a little muffly. Well, if I put it on normal. Okay, so that's just the all-around one. Do you think that the Mark II is overpriced? Kate, I don't really think it's overpriced. You just gotta remember that it comes with like holsters and speed loaders and stuff. They obviously want to make money. So, I'm not gonna hold it against Dart Zone for trying to make money. Like, that's their business model. I think the Pro 2 is fairly priced. Tell Lucha to talk, he doesn't say anything.
Hi.
There we go. Have you tried your flip dot side of the Nexus Pro? I can't find my red one, and my orange one is currently on my Pew Pew. Have you ordered the M4 1A Pulse? The M4, yeah, M4 1A. Yes. Is Nerf gonna send me one? I doubt it. It's not really like Nerf's. I don't think they care.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest. Dart Zone used their what are basically MTV Rhino motors in the Mark III for anyone who's thinking of doing a motor swap. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I have ran Rhinos off AA's and had pretty good success with them. But I also know that's a bad thing because if you have any kind of like catch and they stop, you're gonna melt everything. I've only ever had that happen once. It was actually with the gauntlet. Oh, I had a dart feed in and I didn't know it. And I tried to rev it and went like, what's going on? And then I saw the smoke and it basically all of the wire went ew.
It's my birthday and my Villainator arrived yesterday.
Thank you very much for the $1 Doc Guard Graydon. Happy birthday and congrats on the Villainator. That's one of the best blasters I think you could possibly have, to be perfectly honest. Have you seen Squid Game yet? No, I do not have Netflix. Are you still a fan of Splatoon? Yeah, I haven't played Splatoon 2 in a long time, but I'm still a big fan. It's one of those things that I'm a fan of, but I can't really, like, be a huge fan of because Nintendo fans are god-awful. It's kind of like being a fan of, like, I think Deltarune was freaking rad. Holy crap, Chapter 2 was amazing. But I can't, like, thoroughly enjoy it as part of, like, a fandom or anything like that because the internet sucks. So you don't know anything about it, do you?
I still no. I haven't played it.
I almost want to play through it with you tonight.
Yeah.
It's so good. Even if you haven't played Undertale, I think like chapter 1 and 2 are good, but chapter 2 is really good.
Yeah, I watched Let's Plays on Undertale, Pacifist, the Murder Route, and then also I watched Deltarune 1. I don't remember any of it, but yeah.
Would you be down to spend like an hour or two tonight and play through Chapter 2?
Probably watch it. I wouldn't play it.
I mean, we could play it together.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You said you just don't really like the combat and stuff in it, which I think is cool.
Yeah, I watched it. For, like,
It's so
the
weird.
characters.
Like, you're like, I love Mario or Paper Mario, but you don't like Deltarune. It's like kind of similar combat.
Yeah.
Only better. Well, you said you don't like the bullet hell aspect. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, you getting the OLED Switch? No!
No.
That's a waste of what, $400?
Too much.
I think they literally want $400 for it. I think they're absolutely stupid. Shelby Destroyer, yay or nay? I was really impressed with the one that I got to play with. I don't know if it's still happening, but I was supposed to actually do a video with them on the Destroyer here. They were gonna fly themselves out to the property for me to do a video on, and I'm not sure if that's still gonna happen. I hope it does. I really, really was impressed for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know, this is obviously not production finalized, but the ammo type that the thing was firing were 3D printed, like TPU discs, which was like, I hope they keep that, because no blaster I have shoots 3D printed ammo, and it worked really good. And with the what is it, 100 round, 120 round mag with those discs, like, it's not a small blaster. It's a hefty boy primary kind of thing, but man, it was pretty freaking sweet. I honestly was impressed. Have you seen anything about it after the fact? Like,
No.
are you? But in general idea, what do you think about the Destroyer?
I think it's all right, but I need to see the ammo in person because I can't really
Think of like a Nico wafer. That's basically what it is.
Okay.
It fired at least 80 feet. Like, they came out really tough.
Yeah.
But since they're discs, they kind of lost their momentum a little quicker.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I honestly...
Sorry, if it's better Vortex, then I'll be in for
It's
it.
better Vortex.
Yeah.
Did you see Demolition Ranch's video on, it's like, says, I have a freaking railgun or something like that?
Maybe. I don't think they did.
So they had some kind of P90-esque looking thing. It actually reminds me of that Nerf blaster that somebody made that's like a P90, but it still takes magazines back here. But it was a railgun. Well, it was a railgun that had a magazine that had little tiny metal, like steel discs in it. And then at the front had a screen and it had like different firing, like, yeah, I don't know how select fire it was, but it had at least different modes to fire it. And like at the highest, it was like punching through like bottles of soda and stuff like that, and full auto. So I was like, ching, 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 with steel discs. And I looked at that and I kind of like remembered the Shelby. I was like, those two things are incredibly similar. And I don't think for a second there's no way that one didn't see the other and came up with an idea. I'm not accusing anybody of plagiarism. I just mean, like, those things are so similar.
Let's get this past $100.
Hey, Brandon1247 donated $13. Let's get this past 100. I agree, Brandon. Thank you very much, Lucha. For Brandon. Because he's awesome. I assume that it's a he. I assumed your gender. I apologize for that. I saw that vid. It was sick, yeah. So, if you want hobby performance without having to mod it yourself, is the Mark III a good choice? I mean, all the Pro is hobby performance without modding.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Go on.
It's like super stock low. Everything's super stock.
Ooh, that's a good... Let's, I need to actually address the topic. That should update it on the screen. Look at that. I'm just a master of this whole thing now. So, basically, what's happening is like, yeah, every single Dart Zone blaster is hobby grade. It's actually like past hobby grade. I ran into this problem, and it's actually come up. God, everything's
I'll
a
help you
mess.
get to $105. Are you an R or ACT guy? Also, what's your favorite anime?
Okay, we'll get back to this in just a second. Bill, super chats don't contribute to it. I'm sorry about that, but they take all my super chat money. That's kind of how that goes. They give you like 60% or so. But thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Are you an AR and AK guy? I'm pretty sure you said you're an AK guy. See, I've only fired an AK once.
I've fired multiple and a pistol. And the pistol I really want.
But I don't know if I've ever fired an AR. I've certainly held ARs, but I don't know if I've ever fired one. I mean, you fired one at 300 Beowulf one too.
I've shot multiples, and yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Oh, the Beowulf's 50 cal.
I wish I could have something in the middle. I'd like an AK, but without the wood stuff on it. I know that's heresy, but I'm also like a firm believer that wood doesn't have its place anymore. I think plastic is kind of the way to go. So I guess maybe I'd be an AR, because the way you say that though, is like, how many different ways can you build an AR? Actually, you know what? I'm probably just gonna say AR, because there's so many AR variant pistols that I want, like the CMMG Banshee. I'd like to have one of those in like a 9mm or something like that. It looks so sweet.
If I were to get an AR, I'd get a Beowulf, but you can only order the ammo. You can't buy it in store.
I wonder if that means they always have ammo for it though.
Maybe.
They also asked, what's your favorite anime?
I don't think I actually have one, but if I were to pick like a couple, I would say Gurren Lagann or Fairy Tail. And Fairy Tail makes me kind of basic.
I just have to go off like in my mind, like what's some of my favorites. So Eden of the East is one that always pops in my head. I absolutely love Eden of the East. Samurai Champloo is one that I'm surprised I like as much as I do. I actually like it more than Cowboy Bebop, which is really weird.
Me too. I think that was a good one.
What else? There's so many. Like, I mean, I don't even watch anime that often. Log Horizon is another one that I absolutely loved. Yeah, I'm just one of those people. I don't really have, like, off the top of my head, that's what but I'm sure I'm missing some that I absolutely just couldn't live without.
Yeah.
There's probably some weird stuff in there, like Gadgard. Like, what the heck is Gadgard? A man with many hobbies. You absolute legendary badass. Fowla, you. Holy crap. Everybody, I want to see a clapping and a heart emoji for a man with many hobbies. I don't want to bring it up unless they want me to talk about it, and I honestly don't think we should talk about it here, but I just want you to know that this man is a legendary badass. There's no other way to put it, and I better see some love in the chat for them. Trust me, it's well worth it. They are... Man, I'm so happy that you're here. I'll just put it that way. Gadgard's underrated. Yeah. You don't even know what that is. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. It's like a weird, dark shonen robot anime. It's one of those that you'd see on like Tech TV at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Monday night when you're not supposed to be watching it.
Yeah, like I'm watching Hunter x Hunter right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty far into it. It's some parts are like, okay, that's weird, but
I wonder because like I can't get over the main character Gon, like because he just looks so generic and bad, and then his name's Gon. Yeah. I wonder I assume I know the answer to this question, but in my head I kind of wonder what's worse, Hunter x Hunter or Kentekyo Hitman Reborn.
And I don't know what that is. So.
Kentekyo Hitman Reborn was, I don't know if it ended, I assume it did. I think I watched like 50 episodes of it when it was coming out, and it's a guilty pleasure. Like, it's one of those where I think they literally had like 3 volumes of the manga and stretched that into 50 episodes.
Oh god.
Because you can tell where the filler is all over the place, but it's also filler that's not nearly as bad as it could be. I'm sure somebody in the chat's gonna be like, wow, yeah, no, we know everything. Thank you very much for all the love and the hearts. Seriously, a man with many hobbies. You are a personal hero of mine now. That's not even a joke. Brian S. The Dart Zone Mark 1.1 sucks, right? I don't like it. Would you recommend that in any stretch of the imagination?
Nowadays, no. Because, like, you could mod anything, so whatever. But my issue is that on YouTube, there's a cage around it that you have to, like, kind of, like, snap open to mess with it.
Yeah, I can't
So
see you picking one up over a Nexus Pro. I actually think the Nexus Pro is a better blaster in every single facet. You're better off buying the Nexus Pro and buying the upgrade parts for Nexus Pro. And honestly, instead of doing that, you should just buy a Worker Swift. Have a good night, the Common Salmon. The man that is the legend. No, I was talking about a man with many hobbies. Fowler, he's a legend. If I set up an EAT for half links, does the Slam 4 go bye-bye? Only if you put a stronger spring in it. There's too much flex in the shell. It won't be able to keep up. Nexus is 1,000% better. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Honestly, though, better than the Nexus Pro, the Dart Zone Pro Mark 1.1 would be a Aeon Pro. And honestly, better than both of them, in my opinion, not a very common opinion, is the Conquest. I think I saw Brett had problems with his.
Yeah, his
Beret?
I helped him unjam his, but like in where the dart, the dart would go in right here, it misfed and it brought it back down and like underneath. So when he tried to feed, it kept misaligning it and it just kept messing up.
Couldn't you just pull out the mag and dump the dart out?
No, it was like jammed back, so we had to like. Luckily, there's a little slot there, and we got a screwdriver and
get it past 100.
But still, it was really odd that it happened.
Kakaru5688 donated a whole 14. Thank you so much, Kakaru. I will get it past 100. Well, you definitely did. We're at 114 now. Thank you so very much for that. Thank you for assisting to the cause. That is getting this battle station up and running. We're getting there. We are getting there. You are in my mind, man. You are in my mind, and I think that's the one that matters. What's your favorite classic Nerf blaster? I'll just be that person who goes like the Nerf bungee blaster. The what? Yeah. Trying to like, what's your favorite ice cream? That's a random question.
Pistachio and vanilla because I'm basic.
What about that green tea that you really
Oh, the
love?
green tea also, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to have a bad ice cream, but like usually anything with peanut butter cups in it or cookie dough.
I don't remember who makes it, but someone makes one that has like it's like called the Spirits brand, and it has like the rum and like Trace Leche. That one's really good too.
Oh, that is 100% Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
All those are really good. I don't think I've had a bad one of those.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to drag it around the screen, but it's there. I'll put it right there. It's the go to wacom7.com, Bill. What do you think the Dart Zone Pro Mark IV would be? That is actually something that I have thought about. Where are they going to go for the Pro from here? So we assume that we're only getting one Pro a year. What would be the Pro for next year?
I'm thinking either flywheel pistol or that's only half darts, or a Springer that's half darts.
Well, I mean, they already kind of have. You could make a trying to ignore patterns. You could totally say that next one would be half dart only. Flywheel pistol, is that something that Dart Zone would be able to make? I know we have several of them in the hobby now. Honestly, though, when I say that, it's like I didn't think they'd be able to make the Mark II. So it's very possible, but how would you run that off of batteries?
Like, imagine the Mark II with the muzzle brake, but instead there's a spot for double laser or something.
They'd have to have like 4 of them, though, to get good performance out of it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
with
no
the
hero Walcom, but I appreciate all the love, support, and prayers.
You are the last damn person that should be sending me money. I appreciate it. Holy crap. Holy crap. We're eating good tonight. Thank you. I honestly don't know what else to say. That's, I wish you all the love and all the success in the world. I'm totally being honest. I mean, he knows, I know what you've been going through. You absolute freaking master. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. trying to think of something funny to say. I would love for it to be a shotgun. I'd love for them to do like a Wallcom special and have 2 magazines or something like that.
Where's your Mark II at?
That's a great question. It has to be, I would assume, around here. It might be on that table over there.
I'll take a look, but...
Ooh, look how big my hand... I got like Luffy.
Whoa!
What is your favorite Strife mod? Victor, look up my Ultima Strife. One word. Ultima Strife, like Final Fantasy. What is the worst Dart Zone blaster? That's a great question.
Luckily, that does not include the Pro line only, right?
No, it said Dart Zone.
Okay, here that is.
So...
Don't see a muzzle, but...
Oh, I have no clue where that muzzle is. It could be anywhere.
But, it's a worse one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, there have been some that have been worse than others.
I can't think.
Nothing's been bad, though. Like, if I really had to put something out there, maybe the Sportsman. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only one.
That's a weird question. Yeah, the only thing that comes to mind is either that or the Destructor. I liked the Destructor, but I felt like it was kind of a step down from the Command Fire. It looked better, but I think it performed worse. Damn. It's one for the ages. Corner Fire? Corner Fire is rad. The Corner Fire is still like one of the best flywheelers I think they've made. Hits hard, really snappy rev trigger, really snappy firing trigger, awesome gimmick. Like, I would use a Corner Fire over most of their things. Yeah. To be perfectly honest, like, I would use it over like a Spectrum any day of the week. To be, like, I'm being 100% serious. If I had enough of the cylinders, I would use it all day, every day. God, I should ask Dart Zone if they'll send me a bunch of cylinders. They did it to Coop. Maybe they'll do it for me. Do you think Dart Zone will make a sniper rifle that hit over 200 FPS?
Do you think DZ will make a sniper rifle that would hit over 200 FPS?
Thank you very much for the $5 donation, Sean. I don't know how far they can push the Pro line.
Yeah, maybe they'll stick in the 150 round, but...
like, if they wanted to do an actual bolt-action sniper rifle, which I see them potentially doing, I mean, they could. And it would only make sense if they made it hit slightly harder.
Yeah, true.
But... the B Bari donated 10. Wow, we got a donation train going. B Bari, $10. Thank you very much. Didn't say anything else with it. But, you know, here's to you. You just popped me in the face. I have it coming.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of, like...
This might be a little bit too loud. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I didn't see anybody say anything about the audio, but I keep forgetting to turn that down. I think they could do a bolt action next.
Yeah, bolt action would be a good one too.
But I also think, like, now, I think they would just put that in the, like, the Walmart Pro line. Yeah. They could put an $80, $90 Walmart Pro blaster out.
Yeah, true.
Do the extended mag mod to the Mark II. Have you done that yet?
The extended mag?
Yeah, a lot of people have kind of done them.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna be that one guy. I'm sorry, everybody, but I felt this blaster is underwhelming.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
The problem why you say it's underwhelming is because now we have so many things that do its job better. Kind of like the DZP Mark 1.1. Maybe less so because, like, you still, like, what's your option? You got, like, the Zinc, the Scamp, the Foam Knight XE, I think is what it is.
XC.
XZ?
I think it's C.
Or XC? I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, all those, we have all these Springer pistols, but at the time, like, that was huge. And honestly, it's still smaller than all of them.
Yeah. It's just like mine always hit bad, and even upgrading
well, 130 to 140 isn't bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
If God were to make Nerf start painting,
but the weird fun fact, the little nubs here, you can make it almost like a T-full.
Bill donated $3, keeping that donation train rolling. If God were to make Nerf start painting both sides of its blasters, I mean, we hit that so hard. I don't think it's as bad of a thing as we think it is, because most companies aren't even painting their blasters. So, McDoyle asks, how much was the pew pew? I can't tell you how much we paid. We got, kind of what happened was I got in on a list. When it came time to it, I was completely financially dead. I worked out a deal with Lucha, so I traded him some stuff and used my discount as being an influencer to get 2 of them. The 2 I was going to get, but 1 went to Lucha. Now, this is something I did completely above board. I told the guy straight up what we were doing, and he said, I'm just going to ignore you said that kind of thing. But we both have pew-pews now. And so, had, he not been there, I would have just bought both of them. And I kind of wish I had both of them, because I was a little hesitant to buy 2 of something that is brand new from a creator that's never been in the hobby before and so forth. But now that I have it, I don't even know what this guy could do to make this blaster better. I honestly don't. The only thing I can think of is like maybe a dovetail, and that's like the only thing that I kind of wish this had. Like right there, a dovetail.
Yeah. But
that's it. It's like the most minimal thing that has ever been. Like, where's that Darkstone Pearl Mark II? Like, it hits harder, and it's smaller, and it's full auto, burst fire, select fire, whatever you want to call it, than a Darkstone Pearl Mark II. But I believe it starts at about $430. Mine would be a little bit more because I had the Fidlock hardware and I had custom filament. But for those of you saying that's not worth it, you may be 100% right. After all, there's not a whole lot that went into this. Like, I don't exactly know where your money is going. Maybe the motors are like $30 a piece and I don't know. But it was also hand-built for me, and that kind of stuff's always more expensive.
Yeah, true.
However, it is definitely, like, as far as pistols go in the hobby, this is the best one, bar none. Like, you may be like, well, the Scamp hits 200 FPS. It's not full auto. It's not got a brain for all the stuff that you'd want to do with it. It's not this big. It's much, much bigger. This is better. The only con against it is it's 3D printed. That's it. And honestly, for most people, that's not a con, because that's easy to customize.
And then they have a PSP thumbstick on them and a little screen.
I love that. I need to go grab my PSP. I found it.
Oh, nice.
It's got a PSP thumbstick on it. Man, I like this camera doesn't even have like a super good autofocus, but there's something about action cams and autofocus. Like, they just, how do they do that? I've always wondered. Like, it's not actually focusing, I don't think. Isn't that weird? I mean, maybe it is. Huh. Jeez. Dual wield pew pews would be crazy. That's like, he brought his over. We're gonna shoot the video tomorrow on him. I was actually gonna film it yesterday, but didn't. I won't lie. Okay, I'm gonna be totally above board with you guys. I am gonna be putting out a lot more content. I'm gonna try a bunch of different stuff here in October while I can. We're kind of reaching that state in YouTube right now where I can upload something and get good amounts of money for it. Since we're in that lewd before Christmas, the actual pay rate, the advertisers bid on your channel when it comes to just YouTube ads, they bid on your channel for ad space. So, like, the more views you get and stuff, the more desirable your channel is, the more, money you can make. But just in general, when it comes, like, leading up to the holiday season, channels make way more money. And so that's why you might see, like, I'm going to be trying a bunch of different things, but I'm starting to change my outlook. I'm going to try some things next week, and we'll see if it turns out for me. And if it does turn out for me, I'm going to have to really rethink my strategy going forward. But I've been telling myself not to do something, and I'm going to break that rule starting tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try a bunch of different things, but you're going to see a lot more content coming out next week. I have many blasters to review, on top of things like these kind of videos that are super big and important to me. So, and Lucha's going to be here to film a lot of them too. Can the Pew 2 be in competition? I have no idea what you're asking about. If you were given $25 Walmart Target gift card, what would you get? I mean, that's not really enough to get one thing unless it was like a blaster or ammo. Honestly, it might get used for Beyblades. I might use it for Beyblades. I was actually gonna buy a Beyblade Stadium today, but it's like, it was $50. I kind of didn't want to.
They said Target?
And Target.
Yeah, Pokemon cards, if they had them.
They won't.
That's
I'm all for high volumes of content and new stuff. Fill my inbox. See, that's the thing. So, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna drop this because I don't want to talk about YouTube meta for a lot of different reasons. So I'm not going to, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try some stuff. What are we drinking tonight? Right now, it's just a Mountain Dew Rise, but I do have a bunch of beers. Have you had one of those apples?
Yes, I've tried one.
Did you like it?
I don't like apple, remember?
Oh, right. Crap.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I got whiskey. I got bourbon.
I got green tea. Thank you, though.
Will Dark Zone make a lineup like Nerf modules for competitive players? I don't think that's a market. I don't think competitive people want, like, anything above, like, something that's just perfect. Let's face it, I've seen competitive Nerf, right? And almost everybody's using the same blaster.
Yep.
So the first like thing that happened, it was all calibers essentially. There are people using flywheel blasters, don't get me wrong, but almost everybody who used, I distinctly remember, I think it was Dauntless, like most of them used flywheel blasters in the first time they went out there, and I sort of got by the end, most of them were using like calibers or talon claws. And I know for a fact that for like Ragnar Oktoberfest 2019 or whatever it was, they all had their own talon claws.
It was all matching talon claws.
Exactly, which is something that I called. Like, I knew for a fact there's no reason for them to use the Caliburn, so they're all good. Everybody's going to switch to talon claws, and that's kind of like one of those things where it's like, if there was a game in 2021, like, what would people use? I have a high feeling that the teams that could afford it, that want basically the best, that, you know, don't have some weird ergonomic hang up and want to use their blasters in very specific ways, I think most of them would be using Lynxes. There's still people that use Talon Claws, but I think a lot of people would be using Lynxes. Case in point, like with that mag, I put the extended mag release or whatever back on mine, and it's like you could drop mags without even trying. So, let me see the gaming setup. It's, my rig's just over here. 64 gigs of DDR4 3600. I just start recording. Oh, I can't. RX 5700 XT, Radeon 9850, I think, or 3850, the 12-core one.
Hey Walcom, how's your day been?
You know, Furry Lover, it's been okay. It's been pretty okay. I'm not going to say it's been perfect, because nothing else, but it's been pretty okay. How about you? It got better when he showed up.
Hi.
I woke up pretty early this morning, because I went to bed pretty early last night. I just spent all morning playing New World, which has been not the greatest, because I picked a server that no streamer was supposed to be on. And then Shroud decided to join my server, and he's the biggest streamer of them all. It hasn't been good. 3950X probably. It's not the like Threadripper. It's whatever their, I don't even remember the socket. Whatever AMD's socket is. It's the one that's 12 core 24 threads. Do you know if this DCP Mark II or the Nexus Pro is better? Completely different blasters. Arguably Nexus Pro is better. But the Nexus Pro doesn't fit in your pocket. The Jigglypuff plushie? Yep, I found this at that flea market place down the road. It was $15, and I have one of these somewhere. I know for a fact I do, because it was given to me by a girl that I really liked in 3rd grade, and I've held on to it, as creepy as that is. But this one has the tag, and this is older than most of the people watching the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually look up, see if there's a right one on eBay.
This one was from Lucha's sister. I literally watched her grab this off the shelf in Japan. It's like, what, my 3rd favorite Pokemon? Mawile? Victini is in there too, somewhere. Victini's literally like Kenteku Hitman Reborn. It's like the same thing. I swear to God he had to be inspired by that. Have you heard of a Pokemon Mirage plush? I don't think I have.
I haven't either. I'll look it up. But
AMD is awesome. AM4, thank you very much. AMD is awesome for CPUs. I am never going AMD for GPU ever again. I recently got my hands on Ultra Tune.
Got my hands on an Ultra Tune, then realized my wires are too thick to rewire it.
Wire is not that expensive, Furry. I got that package. I'm pretty sure my Ultra 2 is wired with like some pretty thin wire, and it's worked fine. You're not usually running it long enough to really have the stuff heat up. Not as old as me, buddy. I remember when the card game came out. This is true. I also remember when the card game came out, but I was also a kid. Oh, hey, Socks. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. What's the best starter blaster? I think everybody's in agreement. It's the Villainator. It's better than the NVIDIA 3000. I can't believe that because NVIDIA has so many things going for them that AMD doesn't have. AMD, like, NVIDIA has, like, the automatic, like, green screen kind of thing that works really good. They also have the mic thing, which is also really good. What is the most badass looking SMG?
oh, that tag is effed, but there's one on there for 25.
That is such a cute plushie.
Yeah, I had this when I was a kid.
That is so good.
Chat. Look at that right, you. Yeah, I might hunt one of these down later.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a bad spot for you.
What is the best SMG in the hobby? Like, it's hard for me to choose now that I have the Pew Pew. You know, the Phoenix isn't half bad.
Yeah, that one's fun.
I think the Phoenix would be a good choice. It's not like the highest rate of fire, but it doesn't need to be. Like, I want to kind of go back and redo my thoughts on the Phoenix, because I was like, oh, it doesn't shoot 1,000 rounds a second. And then the more adult me of Walcom is like, it was great. Like, honestly, the triple stage setup wasn't working well for it. But
Yeah.
If you were to make the world's most perfect blaster, what would it consist of? It's been done.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. It's been done now.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing would be if they could have basically the same exact grip, but have it be grip fed, which may be theoretically possible. You'd have to have like the solenoid or something down here, and you'd have to have some kind of linkage. And I don't know of anybody that's done that. Some kind of spring-loaded linkage. I don't know. The only thing I wish is like, because like I would like to be able to holster this or stuff it in my pocket or something, and I just pull it out and go ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da with burst fire. But the fact that's such a minor thing that might not even be possible that I don't really care. Would the Mag Strike be considered an SMG? Technically, yeah. Is the Stratohawk worth modding? Oh, is that the one that's like the Rapid Strike? I don't think I have one. That might be something I have to try to get before it disappears. I mean, anything's worth modding. It depends on what you're looking for. Modding is kind of like a special thing, right? Like, you can get a Rapid Strike to hit 200 FPS. Like, you can. It's going to cost money. It's going to take time, but you can. Do you like the Rapid Strike? Is the Rapid Strike your everything? Well, then there's a reason to mod it. That's kind of the whole point of the hobby. Very seldom should you ever look at a blaster and go like, why did you do that? Like, that's bad. I'm gonna condemn you for that. I mean, a lot of people were ripping apart and making, what do you call them? Stravens. Which I think Stravens are dumb. I hate the look of them. I hate the ergonomics. I don't understand why you'd ruin a Raven with one. People do it. People like them, so I can't really, like, be too mad about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like, is it worth it to you? That's where these things go. Would I personally mod a Rapid Strike in 2021? Probably not. Not unless I had a very specific dream in mind. But it's definitely something that you can do. If you like the fly point, then get it. I have a fly point. I've done a video on it. I want that freaking... that, lever action. He actually did ask me if I wanted one recently. When that's gonna happen, I have no idea. But I'm like, I want 200 FPS lever action with shells. Like, I would use that in like every single war. As far as shell aesthetics go, Nerf cam or rapid strike? Nerf cam. Oh god, Nerf cam. Are you kidding me? That thing is one of the most comfortable blasters Nerf has ever made. If I had, I don't know if I was gonna get an extra one at one point, and that didn't happen. I wish I had another one. God, I wish I had one in box. If anybody has a Nerf cam in box they want to sell for a decent price, let me know. Because I'd love to have one of those on the wall. But Nerf cams are great. Ergonomically, they're so good. I do have one. I have it because of Clowny, and that's the only one I've ever had.
Ooh, idea. So you get the Nerf cam, and then on the front, you put the whole, like, little bit of the day-night scope, and have that thermal scope built in.
I'd do it.
Big brain.
I just put a chrono barrel in it for ammo counting, too. That's another thing you could very easily do.
Yes.
That's a really cheap ammo counter, now that you think about it.
Yeah.
You have 3 in total. Holy crap, Coney. Theoretically, in a perfect world, I'd have 1 modded Nerf cam, 1 unmodded Nerf cam, and 1 in-box Nerf cam. I need like 3 of every single blaster, pretty much. But the Nerf cam is one that if I had one, I would be doing dirty things to it. Like, I do have one, but I can't mod it because it's the only one I have. If I ever want to do a tag back on a Nerf cam, you know what I mean? Have I done? Have I? I don't know if I've actually done a video on the Nerf cam.
I'll look it up.
I don't think I have. The only one I ever got was the one that Clowny sent me. Upgrading Nerf cam camera? I mean, you'd have to completely replace the internals. You know, I say that, I actually don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, I don't really quite know enough about computers. I wonder if you could just put a higher resolution screen and a higher resolution camera hooked up to the original hardware, and that would work.
Not seen it.
Haagen-Dazs chocolate ice cream is so good. See, I'm not really a big fan of chocolate ice cream. Like, I'll eat it if it's given to me, but it's not like, I don't really like chocolate that much. My modded one is powered off a solenoid. Mwah. What blaster was conceptually good but didn't live up to its potential?
No more than the table you built it on.
I'd say the Mark 1.1. That was one of the first things where I kind of went like, I'm glad they stuck with it, but yeah, I was like, why do this when you could literally build a, like a Retalicon or something for way cheaper. Is the Nerf cam old? It's like 4 years old now, right?
I think it's older.
Might be older. That cool kid, Athen. Yo, what's up? Just subscribed. Well, that's good to know. Thank you very much for showing up in the chat. I mean, hey, if you can get maximum enjoyment out of that man with many hobbies, go for it. For a good dart SMG, something medium-sized uses talons at 150S at a good price. Oh yeah, I like something that uses real magazines, hits 4,000 FPS, but only costs like $12. Like, there's nothing that's gonna do that. Like, I go for you're not gonna have something that's flywheel powered for that price. Oh crap, the MA40 is $52 on Amazon. Yes, they did a restock. I'm not gonna sleep on this one. I'm gonna buy another one, just put the box and put it up somewhere and be like, stay there.
I kind of figured because the game wasn't.
Yeah, well, I said that a long time ago. I said, like, there's no way they aren't going to restock it when the game actually comes out.
Yeah.
Which, have you seen anything on Halo? Whatever it's called? The Halo 18?
No, but only
Halo 26?
Only a little bit of Moist Criticals thing.
I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't like Halo.
What do you like?
I don't know.
Jesus!
I'm sorry.
What do you play? He's like, all I do is shiny hunt and Pokemon.
Shut up.
It's like, I don't know what this guy likes.
Stop attacking me. You're right, though.
I mean, I love you either way, but man. Do you still recommend the Aeon Pro over Nexus? Yes. 100% Aeon Pro is better than Nexus in a lot of different ways. And thank you very much for the $2 super chat, Rudy.
Do you still recommend the Eon Pro over Nexus?
Yep, definitely. Definitely Aeon Pro over Nexus. Wide variety of reasons, but one of the easiest, like, do you want to mod? Well, the Aeon Pro is better for modding. The Aeon Pro is also half the price. Pump action is a debatable thing. Like, you don't have to have it. Like, you can get shreked by a pump. Like, somebody with a Talon Claw could lose effortlessly to somebody with a skewer. There are situations where either blaster is good. When I watch somebody use like a Nexus Pro and stuff, I never really see them spam off shots. They basically use it like a DMR, which is why something like, I guess the pro of using like a Talon Claw with a stock or a Caliburn is that you can kind of just keep it flat while you're pumping it. While if you have a skewer, for instance, you'd have to either hold out like this and drop back, push it back and fire. Like, that might be different. The way I use blasters, I basically re-aim with every single shot. I feel shot most. Thoughts on the Nerf Fortnite series? Bleh.
It exists.
It exists. It's not great. I think it might actually be one of the worst things that's happened to Nerf. Because, like, now we're not getting any of the cool stuff anymore. It's all, here's a reshell of the Strife for the 18th time. But this one's red, and it has a llama on the side of it. Woo! I mean, if you're a huge, massive, die-hard fan of Fortnite, sure. But, like, I already know these kids are, like, going to, like, Nerf wars and be like, can we only use Fortnite blasters so we can have a Fortnite war? Because your knockoff hits too hard, it hurts. Like, you know that's happening. Like, imagine we were having wars right now, and it's like, some kid's gonna show up with his Fortnite doing the floss, and then get shreked.
I can see that.
Exactly.
Just trying to build a fence, and you're just like...
That'd be so awesome, though. He has just a bunch of the blaster bunker, whatever they're called. Just a bunch of those. He, like, runs out there and just starts putting together. I actually saw a box of those at Goodwill, which was interesting, but they wanted $10 for it. I'm like, no. Is the Fortnite series worse than Elite 2.0? No. Hey, McDoyle! That's like an Undertale. It's just me. Thank you very much, McDoyle. Holy crap. 220. We're cruising along. Thank you very much for all the donations. Dart Zone is killing Nerf. I don't think Nerf is dying. I do think Nerf is feeling the squeeze. But I don't think Nerf is dying.
Yeah. Because their hyper line, I bet, like, I don't think it's doing that well.
Yeah, but the first 3 blasters they put on a hyper weren't that good.
Yeah, so hopefully they... No, but yeah.
And it actually kind of makes me wonder, because, like, we have heard nothing about hyper since, what, April?
Yeah.
I want to say April, right? Maybe it was May. But, like, we've heard literally nothing. May 19th was when I uploaded my video. So, it's kind of weird for us to go 5 months and hear nothing. Now, granted, Nerf has cracked down on a lot of the leaks. And they also, like, if I remember correctly, we didn't hear a lot about hyper beforehand. Like, we got it because I literally was sent a video from somebody in, like, China that, like, they had the ammo. And so they, like, picked it up and, like, squeezed it. I'm like, yo, what the heck is this? They're like, it's Nerf Hyper. And I was like, oh, okay. And then that was in July or June?
Yeah.
And it was, like, almost a year later until we actually saw Hyper. But, like, we've heard nothing. And every single one of the Hyper blasters that came out felt like it had something wrong. And the reason why it felt like that is because every single blaster was trying to do something completely different from one another. And I feel like they were doing that to experiment and get feedback and come back to it. I think it's hard for Hasbro to, like they could have a lot of good ideas, but at the end of the day, they have to make a product. They have to make sure that their money spent in R&D and stuff isn't going to waste. They have to put something on shelves by a deadline. And they don't really make it for, like, people like us, But I also feel like the downside of that is you wind up like a Buzzbee, where you just make anything and like, hey kids, is this fun? And they're like, yeah, we love it, free toys, woo, all right, ship it. And then we get like, yo, what the heck's this? And the kid's like, yay, free toys. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go play with my Fortnite figures. So, I mean, I think Hyper has a future. I don't think the ammo is necessarily bad. And I think it could definitely do some stuff. But I've seen so few people, even after the market, do anything with Hyper.
You guys feeling ribs?
What?
Ribs?
Ribs?
Want to grill up some ribs?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Kelly's going to be home in a little bit. Does she need to pick up something for it?
No, we got a couple wraps. And...
Couple.
Can't have you going on.
Yeah, I'll totally eat some.
I was going to grab some cardboard.
Yeah. No, thank you. You guys are all doing like can't really join you because we're up here, but
No, it's fine. I just had to burn some brush and just fire up the grill.
okay, man. Well, no, thank you very much.
Yeah, let me know.
That would be awesome.
Let me know if you need a hand or something.
You want to steal my lucha?
No, I don't want to steal your lucha.
All right. Yeah, all the blasters. No. Thank you very much, Dr. Jax. Holy crap, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a conversation. Can't have you going without... Thank you, man. Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing tonight. It's never a requirement, but it's always something that's super appreciated, especially when you're trying to run an operation like this and expand. So I cannot thank you enough. And also, nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. It's been a hot minute. I know you pop up every once in a while, but, you know, love you. Hope everything's going well for you. Hyper just needed a good hop up. Exactly, Detroit Dartworks. But I feel like Nerf was experimenting with like every single aspect of Hyper. It really felt like Nerf was just throwing stuff out there and seeing what did well, what the problems were. I guarantee you, unless Hasbro is just completely stupid, we will see Hyper with like, you know, I'm surprised we wouldn't see like a Mach 30 or something like that that had a hop up. What I hope to see, there is some wicked stuff they could do with Hyper. Like, could you imagine like basically something like Snapfire, like the cheap Snapfire,
yeah,
that size with like a little inline like mag or clip or something like that on the top of it? Like, and it was like, oh yeah, it still hits 100 FPS or whatever it is with Hyper, but it's like barely like the size of a Fire Strike.
You'll probably need like a big shock, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but they could do a lot of cool stuff like that, and if it has like a hop up and stuff, it'd be even better.
Yeah.
And that could be like a $10, $15 blaster. Like, there is some cool stuff that Nerf Hyper can do. Are they gonna put out more stuff? I wouldn't put it past them, but I definitely felt like, yeah, no, we definitely, because like, we got Ultra, like we found about Ultra, I think, I want to say like 2 or 3 months before it came out, right? I want to say maybe it was in like the June,
I believe so, yeah.
And then it came out in like September, October-ish.
Yeah.
And then we had like, it was like right after that, so we got like the Ultra 1, and then immediately we got like the Ultra 2, then we got the Ultra 4, the 5, the 3, the Pharaoh. Like, that was all the span of a year.
Yeah.
Like, Ultra got more blasters in 1 year in the entire, like, 5 years that Vortex was around. And it blows my mind because Ultra was not well received at all. And it's weird that it's like, it's taken this long. Now we got the Amp, and we got the Select, and the Select and the new Amp Focus are, like, way better. So, man, I just feel like we would have seen more about Hyper from now. I'm actually amazed that there wasn't like a, like, I guess we still have a couple of months. Because usually around October, and this is compounded by the fact that we just got the Flip 32 and the Heavy SR are both on, they both came out yesterday. I ordered both, they'll both be, you'll see videos on them both next week. I mean, do you need armrests? Do you want me to switch chairs?
No, I'm good.
Okay, because McDowell was saying you don't even get armrests on your chairs. These are like chairs for like modding, so you don't have the armrests in the way. That's why I bought them. Thank you, Daddy Flux! I mean... It just feels weird we haven't heard... like, there's still time for a surprise hyper release for Christmas. But normally, like, it's weird, because we see, like, we usually see releases sometimes around October, November, and we'll see, like, the fall, like, I don't even know. It's kind of, like, we always have releases anywhere between fall to December, but it always seems like we get fall, we get a couple of blasters. That's when, like, the Cyclone Shotgun came out. It was, like, fall. I remember that. And then, like, early or mid to late December, we see the spring releases, and that's when we got, like, things like the Charger, we got the Shell Strike, stuff like that. Home just in time, just got back from a war, got to use a ton of new things to get video. That's awesome, Buff Daddy. Did you have fun? What'd you test out? Can you spoil us? Imagine a full auto 100 mag hyper fed. Like, see, I wonder if mags will work with hyper. I think they would. I don't think hyper is so sticky that it can't be used in a magazine.
Yeah, and then, like, I was testing it out, like, in just, like, a little section of PVC, but when you push, like, a bunch of them in and crush it, they don't squish that much. So it's not like they're going to deform while they feed or anything. It's
funny, because, like, you could take any of those, like, JSPB things that have, like, internal mags and stuff like that, the paintball markers that we use to shoot reballs. Any of those. And they would work fine with hyper if it was scaled up. It's really weird. I wonder if we'll see that kind of stuff happen.
Yeah.
Nice chat redesign. Did I do something with the chat? I haven't done anything with the chat. I do want to get a better chat box, but I kind of don't know how to do that right now with YouTube. None of the streaming overlays seem to work with YouTube. But I don't know if I'm not going to do it for this stream, but I'm going to test out. I want to kind of change the background stream and everything. I've just been afraid to do that because it took so long to get this one set up. It took me like 3-4 hours. So I've been kind of changed. DZP Mark III, Mark II Orange, Flip 32, you already got it. Boomdozer, Peely Pack, Heavy SR, already got it. Jeez. Like, it's so annoying that you guys get these things so far ahead of everybody else. I would ask you for spoilers on the Flip 32, but I'll get mine tomorrow and I'll shoot the video tomorrow and I'll have it out by Monday. It's cool that you guys are actually still getting to go to wars and do that kind of stuff. Cannot wait till we get Spring Thunder shells with hyper. That hasn't happened yet? That had to have happened already.
I don't know. I guess Out of Darts already has the hyper barrel for the Pod Papa stuff.
Yeah, I think I have one. I'm almost certain I do.
Wait, for hyper? You didn't have it when...
Hyper?
Yeah.
Yeah, wherever my green barrels are for I'm almost certain I have one.
I'm gonna look, cause
I'm almost certain I do. Is the Flip 32 released yet? Yes, it's on Amazon. Oh, well, yeah, okay.
How long have you had this?
Like, I want to say like a month and a half. I haven't done the video yet.
What the?
Sorry?
That's fine.
That green box, and I think there's my Hyper Rush 40 and stuff over there.
Okay. Oh, rainbow pistol. Yes.
Resin printed Spring Thunder shells are so smooth. I can see that. What are your thoughts on the Scavenger? I didn't like it. I liked the Jolt a lot. Scavenger Jolt is one of the best, like, tertiary blasters you could possibly have, but I hated everything about the Scavenger. The looks, the ergonomics, practically everything.
So is it 3 hyper rooms?
It might do more. It might do 6.
Let's start with 3. Yo, what the hell?
Man, I've been seeing videos on the fly point and it's just mind-blowing. The fly point is definitely rad. It's not like a super practical blaster by any means, but my god, how that thing works just blows my mind. GDOP is a level ahead. Was that 3?
Yeah.
That's not unusable. Wait, that was out of the rainbow pistol?
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't great then. Test it with, like, my Proud Papa or something, please. I put everything in a box to do the video and just never did it. I'm gonna try to fix that. Do you think Nerf should make more lever action blasters? Yes, because levers are mechanically more efficient for priming than a pump action or anything like that. Levers have advantage. So they're easier. Like, you could put a lot more weight and have a lever still feel good. Has Lucha seen the concept pistol? Oh!
Yeah, I saw it last week.
This thing? Yeah, he loved it. I mean, you gotta... He, like, shrugs. It's like, you gotta remember, he just got this thing, so everything's garbage to him now. I'm not like that. When he said, he's like, yeah, it's pretty good. I think... It's hard to say. I kind of like the Fenris more.
Yeah, that's why I like the Fenris a little bit more.
But like, the Fenris is going to be harder for people to get.
Yeah.
So, I'm ducking out early and long day. Everyone stay safe and have a fine rest of the weekend. You too, McDoyle. Much love to you and yours. Have a wonderful time. Thank you very much for showing up.
I do like that if a piece breaks on the back, a little spring, you could easily slide it in.
It's like really easy to disassemble this thing. I'm trying to... Probably like breaking everything. There we go. Like, it's such a ridiculously simple blaster. Like, even that whole drive is like one spring.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like, from like an engineering standpoint, to make something that is like as basic as possible and still be something that's pretty unique, this is a cool blaster.
Yeah. Actually, let me hold that again, because I think I like the Fenris more, like, grip-wise, but...
Yeah, the Fenris has a better grip. The Fenris also has a really thin grip,
Oh,
though.
that's what it was. Like, for me, it's slightly too...
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's not... It's a little uncomfortable for me, too, but...
Yeah.
I mean, the Fenris grip, I swear to God, if I just kind of grabbed it and tweaked my hand a little bit, I'd shatter it.
Yeah, that's why I like the
And that's not like a bad thing, it's just like, that's the limits of 3D printed plastic.
Yeah.
Do you think Dart Zone will make a revolver? No, that was not Dart Zone. That was like the Game Face.
Yeah,
Prime.
Game Face and, yeah.
Freaking getting kind of warm. Mark III versus Worker Phoenix. You know, that's a great question that we will get to right after this.
$160.69 to Goofy meme number. Let's keep it going.
Oh, well, that's good.
On another note, how about
That's
an
not
isekai
how-
series where the main character discovers they've woken up in a world that's just HVZ with real consequences?
That's a great... If we had the budget, I would love to shoot that series. I already have ideas for stuff that is kind of isekai based, so... Thank you very much for the 10 ducats, Wagon Waifu. Stock Chaos or Stock Turbine? Well, I mean, the Chaos is going to be better. I honestly thought the Turbine was pretty cool. I still like the Turbine. I still kind of wish I had a really good modded one. Do Cetus springs work in the Nexus? Yes, I tested that out in my video on the Nexus.
What?
What's up? Yeah, of course. Help yourself. There's also a Chelada in there for you.
Oh, nice.
I've had it in there forever. But there's also those delicious apple beverages.
Oh, yo, pass me one of those high C's, bruh.
All right, we got high C's.
Hell yeah.
Are they cold yet?
Cool, no.
You know, would you mind passing me a high C?
You want high C?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, it's Orange Lava Burst, and I haven't had it since McDonald's discontinued it like a decade ago.
Yeah.
So, honestly, there's not as much sugar in these as I thought there was. There's still a lot of sugar.
Nice. Thank you.
This better be just as good as I remember it. It's probably not because I was getting it from from McDonald's, so it's a completely different.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's not the same. It could be if I put it in a McDonald's cup with ice. You know, the aftertaste is still the same.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Red Bull where you can squeeze it and suck all the juices out. Ugh. Yo, that's bussin'.
I'm not getting all of mine. For every $10, we drink a high C Orange Lava Burst.
No.
I just need it to be colder because I always drink it with ice. Okay, so Worker Phoenix versus Mark III.
Phoenix.
See, there's a lot of reasons for that too, because the Phoenix is what, 180? I swear to God, the Phoenix hit like 180, right? You need a lipo for the Phoenix, and it's more expensive, but it's not. Actually, no. If you buy it from like out of darts, I think it's literally about the same price plus shipping.
Yeah. But depending where you are, like us, we can get it like in a day or two.
This is true. Yeah, he's selling it for 120 ducats right now, and that's a completely fully working blaster. You just need a lipo setup, and if you don't have a lipo setup, does he sell the charger? Yeah, out of darts' charger is freaking $20.
Yeah.
And you can't put stuff in a storage charge, but that's not a huge deal in my opinion. Like,
worst case
does
scenario.
anybody really realize how easy it is to get into lipos? And then the battery that he's probably like another 10. Oh, wow. 26. I've never even heard of RTD3. Yeet Kid MC. Sound off in the chat if you're actually here, Yeet Kid. Otherwise, we will start making fun of your name. But yeah, that's like, you can get one for like the same price almost.
Yeah, my only issue, and you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm not a fan of the angled mags.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the only issue. Like, I have no angled mags, and I don't really want to buy
My
into
belt is
that.
killing my belly.
I don't want to buy into that ecosystem. I'd rather just use straight talon mags.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking to the guy who has like 15 Dominator mags.
that too, but I was gonna say you have multiple blasters that uses them now. Like me, like I don't have anything that uses angled, and I don't really want to get into it.
Yeah.
But the angle is more comfortable too, though. So there's that. Like I prefer the grip angle of that than the Woozy. But I guess the Woozy, I guess they're working on an angled version. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure there was one. Yeah. See, Phoenix is definitely 150, 160. I swear it hit harder. Storage charging sounds pretty important. It really isn't. As somebody who has like literally abused the crap out of his lipos and they still keep going, it's really not that important. I buy new lipos like every year, but
yeah. I still have lipos when I started in the hobby. I need to kill those and get rid of them.
Yes, Cameron, I definitely remember tag back. The reason why I stopped doing tag back is because the views weren't there. And I can't afford to upload videos that don't get views, which is weird that the Buzzbee video did so well. I will try it again very soon with a different blaster, but I'm not going to like call it tag back in the title. Call made an angled magwell with a button release.
Okay.
I saw some 3D printed kits for the Phoenix that made me really wet. Like, there's one with like extendable stock and like a folding grip, and it was like barely any more stuff added, and it looked really good. But I don't want to put 3D printed stuff on my non 3D printed thing.
Yeah.
I have a huge stigma against that most of the time.
I usually don't mind it, but nowadays I avoid it. Like, say for the Swift, I'm not going to buy a 3D printed part for just the Swift.
Yeah.
That isn't the Scar, I guess.
It'd have to be something super special for me to do it. Are there any short dart mags that work well for the Mark III? My Mark III works perfectly fine with any mag I've thrown at it. So, like semi-auto, and full auto. Like, mine does not have issues with talons. I haven't taken mine apart to figure out why. I'm sure Out of Darts really wants to get his hands on this one, but mine works flawlessly. The only issue, and honestly I'm kind of seeing it with mine, my flywheels aren't centered.
Nice.
I hate these mag releases so much. You can see they're slightly biased to the left.
Kind of, yeah. It's
very slight.
Yeah.
But I can't believe I didn't put a different stock on mine.
Yeah. What's his face? Luke flux through on the Striker one, and it looks pretty good on it.
I like the rubbery on it. Like, I thought that was a good touch.
Yeah.
I mean, this is better than what was the one that came with the Dart Zone Pro.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like, I thought this was pretty good stock.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's still, I don't know.
This is a lot more comfortable than I thought it would be. Then again, I'm that person who really likes the Dorito on the Infinus. And the scope isn't half bad. It's not great. I really wish they had some kind of rudimentary adjustment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad. Honestly, again, for $130 for this kind of thing, you can't go wrong.
Oh.
What? Oh, did I? Yeah.
The mag went to heaven.
Heaven or hell, duel 1, let's rock. Honestly, like, holding it, it's not as big as it could be. Like, I thought it was bigger than this. Most of it's this freaking chonky barrel, too.
Yeah. The porting in the side is interesting. Or venting, I mean. Sorry, where the flywheels are.
Yeah, it's... Is that a good thing? I feel like you, like... I wouldn't want holes right there.
Yeah.
It's like most flywheel blasts, it's like, oh, it's raining. It's like you wouldn't really care all that much, but with this one, it's like you can just imagine how much water would flow through this blaster.
Stampede shield.
There you go.
It's like an umbrella.
No, I mean, again, I was honestly, well, you guys have the proof of that. I was kind of cooled off on it. I was like, it's not a blaster for me. But I really, like, once I started using it, and like that rev time, like, it does take a little while to get up to max, where you can hear it verbally, like reverb.
Yeah.
But the actual to be able to fire, it's that fast. At that point, you can start firing. And the trigger, obviously, like... It's a long throw, because it has to be for the dual dart, but at the same time, like, it's so smooth. It doesn't matter. Damn it, Coney.
Yeah, he did an Among Us thing.
Anybody see that Among Us Nendroid? You think it has butt cheeks?
Be mad if it didn't.
I would laugh if it does. That's like, if you pre-order it on Good Smile's website, they give you the butt cheek piece. I'm probably gonna pick one up just for the memes. It'd have to come with a lot of different pieces too, because like it's such a basic design, but there's so many things they'd have to add, like cosmetic-wise, for like all the hats, and then they'd also have to add in like the PDA and the knife and the gun and stuff like that to use during the executions.
Oh, like you could probably put like magnets. And then
Oh, probably. Well, like the Kirby ones do that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you have any other stocks to put on the Mark III right now? Lucha, would you mind digging in my worker box that's up there on the top left corner?
Top left?
On the very top, on the left of that shelf, that cardboard box is the worker box. That should have like all of my non-being used, like, stuff. Milos Sormaz with a $1 super chat. Thank you very much. Semi is faster anyway. You're not wrong. You're a lovely person. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a good one, I think. This is the one that's not gonna fit. Just watch. What is that doing in there? Oh, that is actually really comfy.
Oh, there we go.
There now we're good. Now we win. Is that seriously like my own? Oh, another. Why do I have a hand? There we go.
Oh, hell yeah, fam.
Yeah!
That's the one thing I make, right?
Is that two of them? Did I? Oh.
I think it's the same one.
I mean, I have a few of these, I think. This is why it's all in, like, the extra parts.
Oh, yeah! Some of that action.
Some of that action. It's designed. This! I've been looking for this. What did I want to throw this on? There was something specific that I wanted to throw this stock on. That's kind of cool.
That's all I see. Oh!
Oh, no, did it break?
Oh, no, the bolt's not in there.
Okay. Who sent me that? Somebody sent me that. Damn it.
Hell yeah, fam.
It's actually a really cool stock. I just didn't trust it. Or bipod. I just didn't trust it.
Yeah.
Is that what we got in there?
That's all I see right now.
Okay. Right on. Well, that's the
hey.
box. What is that doing in there?
So worse.
Don't leave that in there.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on rainbow pistols? That's a question for the Lucha.
They're good, but I recommend buying it yourself. Or building it yourself.
Fair enough.
Not pointy fingers, but...
Walcom, what's the chonkiest blaster ever? Well, I assume chonk is like where it's not aesthetically pleasing to be thick. Because obviously I could do things like, oh, it's the Vulcan, or it's the, you know, the I guess you could go with like the Prometheus and stuff like that. I would say it's probably the Infinus, because that thing is wide. Like, super wide.
Rainbows.
Rainbow arms. When will you do the Pew Pew video? We are filming it tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably be up like Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably Wednesday. I'd shoot for Wednesday. Walcom, where's your rail cleaner right now?
Which one's that again?
Domoshevsky shotgun.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did I pull it out of the box? I know I saw it recently.
I see his freaking chain mag.
Yeah, the chain snail. I want to figure out a way to do a video on that because it's really rad.
Yeah.
It's probably, I want to say it's like right over there, but I'm not certain. It's not hanging on the wall yet. We definitely packed it like pretty carefully.
Yeah.
You need to make Tetrashot belts and Domoshevsky's rail cleaner a thing. Could that work?
You would have to like cut out the back of each shell unless you made really
unless it had
gross
its own
looking.
pusher.
Really, yeah. That's a good idea.
I have that chain laying there. Did you grab that for me? I'm sorry. I don't want to open it up. I just want to take a look at the back of it.
Yeah. By the way, they'll take half darts.
Oh, of course it will. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could make a pusher that would deal with that.
Yeah, it'd be easier to just drill out the back.
Yeah, you'd have to modify it, but then at that point... Oh! And the chains aren't symmetrical, which may be an issue?
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like Domo has access to this kind of stuff. I kind of want to send him the chain. Very interesting. Not too much domestic fade. Nemesis or Prometheus? Prometheus all the way. It's way better than the Nemesis. Is that an S100 behind you? And if so, how do you like it? I like it a lot. Obvious magazine issue, but I really like it for a couple of reasons.
Trade you?
Yep. First of all, ergonomically, it feels great. You can't replace the grip, but it is like an AR-15 style grip. That's fun. I mean, spring-loaded stocks should be on every blaster. God, that makes it way too freaking long, though. Massive, ginormous plunger tube. Very thin, very, svelte, although so is the Swift. The priming. So, oh, this is the big boy spring. The actual priming, you can see it right there. I took these rails off. There's actually rails that go on the side right here, and I hate them. There's ball bearings on that track. So, and if it wasn't the fact that it's using, it's kind of hard because I'm using the big boy spring, but you can prime it with the bolt. And it has an automatic return. So, that's kind of cool. It's basically a better worker Terminator. In like every way. There's a little bit of flex with this when you're priming it. When you're priming this back, it biases downwards because you're pushing back like that. but it's not really an issue. It just like if that was more stout, it would be smoother to prime. But with a pretty decently long spring, and with the, you know, the ball bearings up here, it's a really smooth prime, all things considered. This thing hits like 300 FPS. The issue is that spring crunch, and that's the plunger rod snagging on the spring. But I like it. The issue is obvious. This is not a Talon mag. It's still short darts only, but it's not a Talon mag. Now, it's the same size of a mag that shoots 5.56, but it's not a Talon mag. It's not that it can't technically work with a Talon mag, because it could. It feeds just fine. You would just have to have an adapter in there. And to put an adapter in there, you'd either have to have a special 3D printed one, but I think even then you'd have to carve this out. Like, I don't think you could put one in there without that. And you have to build it yourself, and the build is not the easiest. It's not bad. It definitely could be better, though. It's cheaper than a Swift, but not by enough, I think. I'm on the fence about if it's like, actually, I'm not on the fence. It's not a positive, super high recommendation, but there are people out there that are going to look at this and absolutely love it. I know I showed this to Zach. He's a big Springer boy, and he absolutely loved it, but he's also one of the only people that took the time and effort to make the Terminator a good blaster. And also, the aesthetics, like, do you want an FN Scar that's not the Nerf one? This is a way to get it. I like it a lot. Lucha is less impressed.
Trigger got stuck. I'm not even kidding you.
I had problems with it before. I had to really work it in there.
Yeah, my only gripes, personally, is the trigger and the grip, but that's whatever. Like, everything else I think is fine, but...
It's not something that you prefer.
No.
But he also has my Swift now.
Yeah, so...
It's not my Swift, but he has the Swift that I used to own.
But yeah, like, that's fine, but, like, that crunchy crunch. Like, I think, personally, like, if I remember correctly, that either needs to be a little bit longer, or if it was slightly higher up, then it would relieve.
Yeah, because I didn't dump lube into this actual mechanism, which I felt like I could do, but I did lube the catch and the rod the best I could.
Actually, there's a little hang up, like right before you hit the trigger. See? Like now I'm touching it. So, I don't know. Maybe it needs to be slightly longer. But, oh, and then the freaking safety, in my opinion, is like...
Yeah, the safety's awful.
Yeah, it's freaking almost worthless, but whatever.
I mean, yeah. It's not very tactical, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But this is tactical as heck. As long as I don't have the 300 FPS spring in it, you can prime it with that. Which I actually do think is something that people would use. I can okay. Could you imagine having a shield? You can prime this thing off a shield. You can't prime...
That'd be broken, but yeah.
You can't really... Yeah. But it's like, you could do it. Like, I guess if you... Actually, the poor Swift is stuck with that priming grip, which I like. Yeah. But I also like angled a lot more than anything. I hate vertical. So anything not a vertical pump grip is fine. This is... I mean, it looks like the genitals of some fantasy creature. I can't get over that. But it's good. It's comfortable. I'm enamored with it. I really like it. But I can't really explain why yet. I've had it for, what, like 4 or 5 days? We built it last weekend.
It was like Tuesday.
And I've taken it apart like 3 or 4 times to try to lube it up and make it as smooth as possible. Like, I enjoy it a lot. But I've never really gotten to a conclusion why I like it yet.
Yeah. For me, I think it's an alright blaster, but it's if you like what you see at this point. You know what I mean?
See, I don't even really like the tactical aesthetics of it. It's just like, it's one of those things where it reminds me of like a weapon from Guns. Like, it doesn't look like a real rifle, but it looks like something you'd see in like another video game that's obviously trying to have like a realistic setting, but it's a fantasy style thing.
I just realized you sick up enough. If you had another one, you could prime like that.
Hey, Monkey Mod, send me another one really quick. We got an idea. We're gonna dual wield.
Or if you bolt one on top, you could link these together and have a manta. But you'd only have to prime the bottom because these two connect.
Bet you'd be priming 2 springs, and I bet you'd break something trying to do that.
That's why I use 2 light springs, but...
That's true. You can also unscrew these, so if you only wanted it on, like, one side, which I think looks better, it's just, like, less tactically efficient, I guess. But if you only wanted it on, like, one side, which I'd rather have it, like, AK side, personally, but... Yeah, I just can't prime it. It's such a heavy spring load. Oh, you talked about it. Is it something that I need to buy?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's one of those.
So press the top, just hold it, it'll turn on, and then just keep pressing, it'll run through all the different...
Let me see. I want all of John's cooties. Oh my god.
So, just keep pressing the top button, it'll change.
Is that like a woman's face?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, it's RGB.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
That's cool. I saw, like, an ad for that.
I can't wear it currently with my glasses, but when you get contacts...
Yes, now I'm
Wow,
the
that's...
diva.
Oh, Jesus. It looks really good on camera.
But yeah, it goes through, there's probably about 50.
There's nothing in here that's, like,
No.
got, like, genitals or something.
No, it's all
on it.
preloaded, what they put on it. I like that one.
Cat?
Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire Cat? It's like... a Forerunner? Oh, I'm so edgy. I'm even edgier. How much was this?
I got it off Prime for 60. That's Dr. Doom, I think, right? Doctor, yeah.
What is that? Dr. Doom? Is that really?
It looks like him, right? With the red eyes and... Could be wrong.
I think I'm thinking of Taskmaster too at the same time, but yeah, I think you're right. He's got like a green hood. Or, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Taskmaster's really similar but white, right?
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's a...
Nosferatu.
Yep.
They all look like they have really weird eyebrows because of the eye slits.
Right. At nighttime, it's hard to...
Okay, this I like. This is cyberpunky as hell. I really like that one.
And mind you, you can load whatever you want.
I was gonna say, so the USB top, like, how do you... Is it just a GIF?
It goes right to your phone. It's an app.
Is that like... Am I freaking Tyrael or something right now? Or I'm going Super Saiyan?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's trippy.
Yeah, that one is...
I mean, all things considered, this might be the lamest one yet.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Matrix style.
So on a scale of like 1 to 10, what do you think in person?
Huh? I was vibing.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, what do you think in person? Does it look pretty cool?
Yeah, it's like a 7 or 8. It's pretty cool. No, because I was looking at those.
Well, considering it's iPro too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's...
Same as which, like, that was the thing, because, like, so, here's the thing. It narrows your vision enough that I can actually see really well with it, because it's already like I'm squinting.
Right, because of the way... Yeah.
But we would have to test it.
Yes, we would. So
And I don't know when you want to rip that Band-Aid off.
Right. I just think if you had a squad running around with those masks, you know.
Oh, totally.
That would be kind of cool. With a hoodie or something, you know.
I could do a video on this right now. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Well,
this the coolest, like, Nerf face mask? Because...
I just brought it up because I figured you're on stream and I didn't show you, so I'm cooking. So
Okay.
play with it, guys. Have fun with it.
Well, I'm definitely going to look at this.
Yeah, check them out, man. They're that technology.
There's quite a few in here. There's more than 15.
No, I said 50. I think there's 50 preloaded images.
Oh, that's kind of nifty.
That's like a Samus.
Yeah.
Flame balls jumping.
That doesn't work for a mask, though.
No. Some of them like
Hey,
rival.
is that money?
It's rival.
Or is it money?
No,
I thought it was
looks
like little
coins.
coins.
Looks like coins, but it could be rival balls.
Oh, dude, they're cheesy puffs.
Ah, there you go.
That's kind of the one that I would probably wear. It gets super cyberpunk with this one.
Right?
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Blows out. Ooh, Undertaker like.
That's kind of cool with the eye slits.
Yeah.
I found the best one. I found the Uwu Doom guy face. Because that's definitely what this is. Like, just put me in the bottom of Doom right now with the eyes looking left and right. It's like a very... What?
Ew, you're a minion.
You turned into a cyclops.
I was thinking a Monster Rancher or something, but... Is this supposed to... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a no from me, dog.
Yeah. Oh my god, why?
Oh no, your BuzzFeed's advertisement team.
Hey, Powerpuff Girls outro. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Like jellyfish? Oh, it's hearts. I mean, if you had like a dedicated button for like 2 or 3 of them,
Yeah, like say,
that would be fun to be like,
Yeah.
and then hit a button and have that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could pre-program it like that, that's a good
What is this from? I swear to God, this is from like Crypt of the Necrodancer or something.
Oh no, but it's adorable. It's Spooky Month.
Spooky month?
It's Spooky Month.
This might be the worst one.
You don't like Just Dance?
Okay, this is cool.
Yep. That's a cool one.
Oh, wow, I really like this.
I figured you would.
When are we going to test it, though?
Yeah, we need to test it. I'm assuming you can take hits,
Uh,
but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, like I wouldn't use a Swift against it.
No.
But,
I wouldn't shoot it point blank, but it's like, I would put it on the other side of the room or something and take a shot at it.
Can I poke it carefully?
It's just LEDs, but they're like, because it's not a screen, it's just LEDs.
Yeah,
It's
interesting.
just a yeah. That's a good Halloween one.
Oh, that's...
Spooky Month.
Damn it, John! I kind of like this one. I'm like, Smee.
Oh, that one actually uses the eyebrows well.
Yeah.
It does.
Or like
Or
the
eye holes,
the
yeah.
eye slits, whatever.
That one.
And then
watch-
we
watch-
looped-
Yeah, you saw the ending though, right?
The
This one?
ending. Where it changes? Oh, no, that's a different one.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Is that like
It's-
the Grudge face, something like that?
It's
Yeah.
pretty terrible, to be perfectly honest. But again, it uses the eyebrows, like, really well. Some of these are just, like, pointlessly edgy.
Good. Bleh.
It's like it's like a really old...
Yeah.
And I think this is the first one. Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
that was the first one. So I just thought you'd appreciate it, and you can actually wear it, and I can't at the moment. You guys with no glasses because you just don't work with it. But
What's the, is this like some kind of... What's the sensor right there? Is that ambient?
I'm assuming for I don't know because I was looking at it too
Wait, it just did something.
when you covered it.
Yeah. It's doing a thing. I don't know what that was about.
It's probably some sort of a sensor.
I would assume it's an ambient light sensor.
But
It's funny because, like, looking at it in person, like, this close, you almost can't tell what it is. When I show it to the camera, though, it picks it up perfectly. It's just... It's not strobing like that in real life, by the way. I just want to point that out. It's solid colors for us. It's the frame rate differences.
Yep. Can I try it on?
Yeah.
go for it.
Got your.
Yeah, I'll take my command headset back. Thank you.
I'm gonna go quick, guys.
Okay. Oh, that's a tiny field of view.
Yeah, but I mean, it's no worse than most of the things I wear for Nerf Wars anyway.
This is pretty awful for me.
It's also foggy because I've been wearing it.
No, I mean just the field of view, like.
Wave your hand across the face. Oh, does it do something? It doesn't do anything when we... Maybe one or two of them... Maybe one or two of them are, like, sensitive to that. I'm gonna go on Amazon right now and check to see what that is. Did my mouse flip and die? Great. Too much New World.
Like dope armor. Like have it like right here.
That is kind of cool. Amazon. Is that just LED face mask?
Yeah. I was looking at these, so
It's literally that right there.
pretty much.
I don't want to spend $90 on one.
Yeah. He said he spent 60. So
There's a bunch of them.
yeah.
Well, these ones connect to your phone. That's kind of interesting.
I think he said this one does too. He said there's an app for it.
Wow, there's like 30 of them on Amazon. Isn't this done by that one company? I get ads for it all the time.
Yeah, I got an ad for it. That's how I saw it.
I see like their like portable speaker that's like a little tiny computer. I think it's like Delgu
I think
or
I saw it.
something. I assume you hold down the button.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
I mean, it's something I'll definitely keep my eyes out on. I don't want to pay if a company wants to send me one. I do a video on it. I should honestly like flex that more against like just that. Hey, I'm a YouTuber with 150,000 subscribers. Send me your mask and I'll do a video on it. It apparently works. Have a good night, Carby baby. I'm sorry we got so distracted there with that face mask. It's really interesting. It's a gesture detector. I'm guessing Valor has like the same one. Can you breathe good? I could breathe fine through it. It doesn't cover your mouth.
Yeah, there's
It's not
quite a lot of space. Like, your eyes is here, and then you got all this.
But like, okay, so like, really though, like wearing that with like a hoodie and stuff would be pretty sick. But you'd look like a character from Watch Dogs. So
yeah, but yeah,
I thought it was pretty cool. No, Dr. Flux, he's out cooking.
Yeah,
I guess he just got a wild hair up his butt to work, which you know we're really thankful for. And he actually helps keep the wheels going here. Least favorite and Mega Blasters. Cameron, you don't have to ask the same question 60 times. Generally, if I don't answer the question, it's because I don't really want to answer the question. I don't really have an opinion. I mean, least favorite Mega Blaster would probably be like the Tri-Break or the Thunderbow because they suck.
If I had to pick one of the two, it'd be the Tri-Break.
Yeah.
The Thunderbow is kind of fun,
but I found a Tri-Break. I finally have one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I didn't have one before.
I butchered one.
When are you gonna get back to your Gundam build? I mean, we're kind of getting there at some point. I don't want to do it right now when I weigh a lot. I need to lose weight again, but the farther I go, the more stuff I find to add to it. I'm kind of glad. This is one of those things, like, when I do it, it's gonna be a big deal, and it's gonna be like a couple $1,000s, and it's going to be as legit as hell. Which is like, I don't want to like make the Gundam thing. I'm glad I didn't do it 3-4 years ago with a PVC backpack, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad I explored the concept, but like, what can I do now? I can have like a servo activated things all over. Like, there's so many more cool things I can do now. What's he cooking? Ribs, apparently. What's the best combo of barrel and spring to use in the Swift? It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I covered every kind of combo during my video. It's all good, Cameron. It's just like, that's like when people, it's one of those things where it's like, I can't, I'm trying to explain this in a way that's like, that makes the most sense. I can't like acknowledge it because that doesn't solve the problem. Live streaming is very difficult, and that's why I envy, if you have thousands of people in your chat, you can literally ignore 99% of them because you pretty much have to. When you have not a lot of people in the chat, it's a little bit more difficult. I want to give attention to people I feel deserve it, but there are people who spam or just constantly ask questions like, what's your favorite Strife? What's your favorite Rapid Strike? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? It's like, it's really annoying to answer those questions because they're not really enjoyable. And also, this is the 169th episode of this live stream, and that's only since we've started counting them. Like, how many times have I answered these kinds of questions, you know? So, you get it. Like, I just can't. Like, there are some times where it's like, yes, I know you haven't watched last week's stream, the stream before that, or anything like that, but this is something that I can talk about. I can say something about it because I might have something, or I think my opinion on that matters. But most of the time during live streams, like, it's hard. I'll see, like, 30 comments in the last minute, and I'll be like, I don't want to answer any of these. I wouldn't have any anxiety, Cameron, because, like, I don't know you personally. And I'm also, like, you'd have to do some pretty heinous things for me to hold a grudge. I don't, like, when you're talking, like, I'm just a guy. Like, I'm literally just a fat guy sitting in a room drinking an energy drink with his friend playing with toys. Like, I'm nobody special. I want you to realize that. Where's the Gundam Hell you were making? I still have that. Also, do you have the Exosia Sword Blaster Jank made? John did give me the Exia Blade. I have it currently on my wall. I need to get a good blaster to go with it, which I have one that I've considered using and, like, kind of building it for that. The helmet will get, like, redone. I want to get one that's like made out of like mostly TPU and stuff. You get a lot of newcomers too. Most of your watchers aren't subscribed. That's, man, Devin, you have no, like, I can actually look at the metrics right now, Devin. People like don't like it when you bring up like a call to action. The reason why we do call to actions is because they always work. And that's something like maybe, I thought it was stupid, right? Even you probably think it's stupid to ask your people to like and subscribe. But as long as I do it in a somewhat entertaining way, that's not just, hey, remember to like and subscribe, chances are you'll do it if you feel it, because it does help the channel. You gotta remember, if every single person who watched my video, if half the people who watched my videos liked the video, left a comment, and subscribed, I'd have 10 million subscribers by now. I'm bad at asking people or getting people to naturally do that, but I'm also kind of dealing with an audience that maybe just isn't tuned to that. My audience runs the gambit from like very young to impossibly old. And when I look at like my metrics, right, I can look them up in YouTube Studio. Shouldn't have done that because it shows me how many subscribers I've lost since I started streaming. Great, I hate that. Let me look at my analytics right now. Yeah. So, I have 122,000 and 122.4 thousand. Yeah, the hell, 122.4K. So that's actually most of my channel's subscriptions. I don't think those are subscribed. And, yeah, so you can see the purple is returning, the blue are new people. But in terms of completely unique visitors on the channel, look at that. Almost 400,000 people have watched my channel. How many subscribers do I have? You see the problem? And so my goal is to try to translate as many of those people as I can. And it's kind of hard because like I know how it goes with YouTube. Like how many of those people, first of all, don't even have accounts? Probably a good amount of them, and YouTube just kind of shows you content. Like, oh, you watched a Wacom video for 30% of it, so we're going to show you another one. If you click on that, if you watch this one, it's just going to keep going and going and going and going. You click on one freaking Fortnite video, and your entire feed is filled with Fortnite videos, so it's almost impossible to get rid of them. I don't know how bad it is with Nerf, but for real, like, that kind of shows you, like, my goal is to hopefully get that blue bar up, and to get those people to subscribe. And that's like good for the channel. Like, I don't know, I've never seen any other YouTuber, like, I don't know how many of them even show their analytics like that. But it's kind of important to understand that kind of stuff and try to work towards things. So when I say things like, you know, like and subscribe, you might feel like I'm talking down. It's like, duh, of course I'm already subscribed to you. I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to the people who maybe I can convince 1% of them. 1% of them to like and subscribe. That's it, 1%. That's still how many hundreds of people? That's why we do it. Because, like, you never know. Like, I may just that one day reach through to you and be like, you know what? Subscribed. I left a comment. Thank you. Boom. I know it's not great, and I know you guys hate hearing that kind of stuff, but it's like, that's how it goes. That's the grind. I have to do it. I wish I didn't. I honestly don't want to. But if I go through all my videos that I did a call to action, all of them have higher metrics than the ones that I didn't. So, to those of you that don't like that, I try to either like make some call to actions like very quick. Like, hey, that's worth a like and subscribe, right? I might do something like that. But probably about once a week, as long as I'm doing more than one video a week, I'm probably going to do like a, hey, you know, like on the frickin' Flip 32, do you think I'm going to do a video on a $62 blaster that's probably going to suck that I bought just for you guys to see if it's any good? Hasbro doesn't send me this stuff. So when I go like, hey, guys, this was a $62 blaster. For the love of God, please hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you aren't already there. I know you don't have to hit the subscribe button. YouTube knows you don't have to hit the subscribe button. We all know that. And it's stupid. Why do they do that? But when you do that, it helps the channel. So basically, like, I know you might see my videos, but to make sure, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button. And God, hit that bell. Oh my God. Do you have any, like, the bell is worth like 4 times more than the subscribe button. It's stupid. Eventually you hear the please subscribe at the right time, it makes you do it. That's exactly how it goes, Nick. I was strangely unsubscribed from your channel for some reason. I had to subscribe again. YouTube can be weird. I did notice, like, over the last, like, most of September, it's like every other day I drop anywhere from like 40 to 80 subs. I don't know why, but it kept happening.
Yeah, that happened to me to your channel once, but that was like 2 years ago, I think.
Well, like, you don't really, and this is something against you, you don't really watch my videos.
I do.
All of them? Yeah. Okay, well, it's YouTube being a dick then.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't expect, like, people who know me to, like, watch my video. I'll ask people, like, did you see my video where I did this? And they're like, like, I'm not asking you, like, oh my God, how dare you? I'm like, oh, you didn't? Well, here, let me, like, explain it to you, because that's kind of how it goes. Like, my best friend doesn't watch my videos. Are you kidding me? Like, that's just how it goes. And I'm not mad about it. It's like, there's probably only so much of me they can stand in person. How would they watch my garbage? How much are comments worth? A lot. They really are. It's all engagement. Basically doing that stuff tells YouTube that my channel is worth promoting. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube should all go in chronological order. Doubt it would happen though. See, like, I saw comments on, like, because I did the Instagram giveaway. And people, like, I actually got messages like, well, like, why are you giving away on Instagram? I don't have an Instagram. It's like, so make one. It takes you a couple of minutes. It's free. I don't want an Instagram. Why can't you just give it away on YouTube? It's like, because I want to grow my Instagram. You got a problem with that? How dare you try to make your Instagram better? Sorry? I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I'm doing the grind like anyone else. And, I hate to say it, but, what's my Instagram at right now? I have gained literally over 1,000 followers since I did that. Like, that's just kind of how it goes, man. That's the grind. And if I have a bump in Instagram, it's gonna count. It's gonna splash off into my normal videos too, because like when you look for Walcom, Google's gonna scrub and say like, oh, he's got a lot of Instagram followers and he's got a lot of YouTube subscribers. Whoa, we push him higher. I do read like every comment I get. I don't respond to all of them, and trust me, you don't want to.
Yeah.
But I do read like most of my comments. Like I can open up my YouTube app and it will show me like multiple times a day, I will go through my previous comments. Like it has that screen where it's just like your last ones, but you can view more, and it'll literally just crap, 704. Did it just do it? I think it did it, but it did something different that time. Like, huh. That was interesting. I know how to fix that, but I can't get into the router right now. Now that Flex is here, maybe I'll talk to him and see if it's okay. I have to reset the router and get my password. Had to reset the page? Okay. It's weird, because on my screen, because I'm watching it on YouTube as well, it didn't, like, F up. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. That's an issue with Nighthawk routers and OBS, apparently. I mean, I haven't seen the updated numbers. I don't know how many people we lost. Rush 40 or Kronos? Surprisingly different blasters. Kronos, if you can find one, you plan on modding it, definitely. If not, I think the Rush 40 is a better option. So do you like the trigger fire from Busby? You hated it and you liked it. I I applaud them for the effort, but it is a garbage blaster.
Yeah.
I went to loading for like 30 seconds that time, but I didn't have to reload the pages. Chat saved live. Okay, well, it says we're down to 126 from 136. So hopefully it's not that bad. How is the delay on or your screen? There's almost no delay. I have it on very low delay on YouTube. So Mark III versus Band Blasters. Band Blasters hits way harder. Like, my God, does that thing hit hard. Rapid Strike or Stampede? Well, the Stampede stock's garbage. Completely garbage. You check out the Air Warriors compound bow. I do want that. Have you seen that? What do you think about it?
That's the mag-fed
bow
T-pole
thing. Yeah.
bow thing. It looks interesting. I like to see internal pictures before... But, I don't know. It looks interesting enough.
I don't know where to pick one up.
Yeah, it has a T-pole, so that's all I'm interested in. Like, if you could remove the bow arms and it'd be decent, I might get one for screwing around with.
Are your eyes look a little watery? Are you allergied up?
No, I'm good. I'm just yawning a lot. So.
Okay.
I'm actually going to grab the other rise. Wasn't saving it for tomorrow for breakfast, but...
We can go back out. Did I ever have a favorite Boomco blaster? The Break Flip, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
What was the other flavor of Rise?
Peach Mango Dawn.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, see? That fits breakfast. It has Dawn in the title.
Well, so was mine. Mine was Sparks, I guess not.
Yeah, see? Yours is when a lipo explodes.
Do you want the UK release Strife? I have the box, too. Are you talking about the CQ-10? Is it in the box, or you have the box?
Which one's that one?
So there was the CQ-10, that was the blue, the dark blue with orange. And it came with, like, I think a stock and a grip or something like that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Strife CQ.
That was not that good.
But it was only sold overseas, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Isn't that stock? That's not unique, is it?
No, that was on,
It's a Recon Mark II, it says?
Battle.
Okay.
The Battle Camo. No, it's the Battle Scout, I believe. Isn't it?
Oh, it comes with a barrel, too.
Yeah, I think it's a Battle Scout stock. Because it was like the thin, gross one.
Thoughts on Airsoft? I personally don't find it very satisfying to play for a bunch of different reasons. Most of the time it's because you're shooting tiny little BBs.
Yeah.
My main issues with Airsoft are the fact that even if you have like milsim mags where it's like, oh, I have an AR, but it only holds 25 rounds or 30 rounds or whatever, you're talking about like 30 tiny little BBs in this massive mag. And even if it was that fact, you can carry tens of thousands of rounds on you and they weigh practically nothing. You'd never know they're there. You can't do that in Nerf. Nerf magazine capacities are literally a thing. Now, recently we've kind of gone over that with like Rival and Hurricanes and like proton packs and stuff, but magazine capacities in Nerf have not caught up with like the actual hobby.
Yeah.
Most mags are 15. Like the Tachi's what, like 28 to 32 or something like that?
29 stock, 32 extended, I think.
Yeah, but imagine like the Tachi's are literally like
speaking of
machetes.
like a show chat.
Like they're ridiculous. So like there actually is a balance to your quote-unquote loadout in Nerf when it comes to magazines and capacity and even carrying darts.
Where's your god now?
I hate everything about this. I would be so afraid to like accidentally tweak this and shatter the front of my pew pew though.
Maybe, but it's not a freaking FDL where there's literally a line through it.
Yeah, but there's no way it could. If I go like that hard enough, this is going before the mag.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's like if you accidentally go like that, this whole blaster's shreked.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Sorry, there you go.
Yeah.
Like that's not a thing with Airsoft. Paintball has that, but it's also like less because paintballs are slightly bigger, but they're still balls. There are, of course, partway modded. I mean, And socks, if it's like, if the box isn't really good, I hate to be picky, but it's like, I don't necessarily want you to send me something that's already modded because I can't really do anything with that. And the only reason I would want the blaster is for like collection purposes. But if you have the box in good condition, which, oh, the box is just an open-faced one.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it, socks, but probably not. Like, I wouldn't want you to spend the money to send it unless you're just like, hey man, I don't really want it, I want you to have it. Because I can't display something like that, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Double stack mag. I'm surprised we haven't seen a double stacked,
like half mag?
Yeah, half dart mags. I'm waiting for Nerf to just get off of their balls and make a double stacked ultra mag, because you know it's gonna happen. I'm really surprised it hasn't yet. Do you own a real gun? I hate that term, don't you? Real gun. Anytime somebody says that, it makes them sound very, very young. Yes, I own firearms. I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. Pew pew power to size ratio is almost unfair. You're not wrong, Ben. You're not wrong at all. The pew pew is ridiculous. It is such a good blaster. Like, it's so far ahead of like everything else we have in the hobby. Like, pew pew like will go down in history as like ushering in the new rage of Nerf. Because if you can't surpass this, pew pew won. And I'm trying to figure out how you would surpass this. Because I honestly, the only thing I can think of is the second stage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Like, that's the only thing you could add to make it slightly better, and even then, like, who knows how much better it would actually be.
Yeah, like, I think it would get close to 200, because now it's hitting 150.
It's probably more like 170, 180.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I really don't.
Or you could do Phoenix split 3 stages.
What's the next gimmick you'd want to see? I already talked about it. I'd like to see double stacked ultra. I'd like to see more ultra. Like, I'd want to see, like, internal mag ultra. Like, especially, like, I can't believe they haven't done, like, an actual shotgun. Because you could do that with ultra darts. They won't compress.
Yeah.
Especially the pinpoint darts. Those heads are really flat and firm.
Yeah.
I'd love to see, like, a lever action with an internal mag. Like, Hasbro, you could do it so frickin' easily and make it look like the repeater from, like, Apex Legends or something. Like, they could do it so easily, and it would be so good.
Or if they did it all gold, it would just be a Henry Lever action.
Yeah. Golden boy.
Yeah.
3 guys in my group each have a pew pew. That's crazy, because there's only, like, what, 6 or 7 of them out right now?
Yeah.
Anyone know the price for that? They start at $430. If there is a Pew Pew Mark II coming in the future, I don't know how it could be a Mark II, like, to fundamentally change things. Like, I really don't. It's much like the Lynx. Like, again, with the Lynx, like, we've seen stuff that is cool to the Lynx, but it's just the Lynx with stuff added. The Lynx is already pared down about as thin as you could get one.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the Strife. The Strife was already pretty much as slim and compact as you could get that blaster. Because there hasn't been a Strife that came out after that was like, or a Strife derivative that was more compact. Like, that was better. The Strife was kind of like the pinnacle, which is why everything that comes out after the Strife kind of feels like butt. How much is the Pew Pew? I just said it's like, it starts at $430. You're not going to be buying these off of like a website right now. You have to go to Pew Pew to get them. And he's on Instagram. Until somebody license it, and then who knows what they're going to charge.
Yeah.
I assume they can't undercut Pew Pew himself. That seems like a really bad move.
Yeah.
It just seems like a bad move to license it in general, because like he could charge whatever he wants and get all of the money for it right now. And it's like, if he licenses it, how much is he going to be able to have the license fee be? Because it's like, if another person gets them, like if I started selling them, and I just like, I literally got a business loan for $30,000 and I bought 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 printers of like the best quality, and I had everything set up with Octoprint, and I printed nothing but Pew Pews. Why would you ever buy them from Pew Pew again? I'd probably be able to get them out faster and about the same quality. Yeah, you can't shoot your friends in the park with a Glock, or at least you can't and not go to jail with it. And yeah, I guess you could do it once. That's the dumb things. Like, oh, I'd rather have a real gun for that price. Oh, I'd rather have an airsoft gun for that price. Like, they're all different things. Like, I don't get it. And then the paintball kids are looking at you like, you're too lame to play paintball. Oh, you should play paintball. It hits harder than airsoft. It hurts more. Look at this one, bruh. Look at this hit. That was paintball right there. So much harder than airsoft. Airsoft is for wusses. It's like, you're all dumb. It's all different stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people don't get that. Like, there's some kind of weird tribalism that you have to deal with when it comes to that. It's like, you spend, that's $700 on a Nerf. It's like, dude, I've seen people like, oh, I want this AR-15 airsoft, and it costs, some of them cost more than actual AR-15s. And you're just gonna like, yeah, no. You can't even be like, well, airsoft is blah, 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 but it's not a toy. This is not a toy. I will put your eye out with this without even trying. Yeah, it doesn't pierce as hard as airsoft, but like airsoft is a tiny little BB of plastic. Like, have you tried the Saber M20 Construct? Because I've heard that's the only sniper better than the Swift. I will have my video on that soon. I've had one for a long time, and I haven't done a video on it, which I'm kind of happy about because I've had varying thoughts about the Saber M20. I will tell you that if you wanted pretty much the best Springer in the hobby, yeah, it's probably the M20. Is it worth the monstrous price tag? No. In several different ways, it's not. It is just not worth it. And the biggest con against the M20 is the weight. That thing literally weighs more than an AR-15. Like, I've held both.
Yeah.
When I was at, yeah. And it's like, it's so heavy. I know, man, range only. I'm a responsible owner. Okay, that's great. So let me explain this to you. Why would I buy a $400 Nerf or a $400 airsoft Glock as opposed to a $400 real Glock or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, firearm? The difference is I don't have to go to a range to fire the airsoft one. I can fire it in my backyard. If I like the specific thing about the Glock and I wanted to shoot it as much and as cheaply as possible because I like the way it works or the feel or the looks of it or something like that, why would I not just get the airsoft version if I already had firearms? Or maybe I already have a Glock 17 or something like that, and I just wanted to get the airsoft one so I could shoot the airsoft one as much as I want. They're completely different things. There's no reason why I couldn't have both. You know? Or there's so many firearms out there in the world that I will never have the actual physical version of. Whether it's because it's like a one-off, it's stupidly expensive. It doesn't exist because there's so many designs of like airsoft guns that don't exist in real life. Like the what do you call it, lens pistol, the Vorpal Bunny. That's based off of a like $23,000 competition 1911. I'm never gonna own that, but I'll spend $400 on the bright pink one because it's cute and it's like the same look and feel. It's just an airsoft one. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not gonna everyday carry a $23,000 competition pistol. You'd be stupid. I'm gonna everyday carry a $300, something else.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Like open carrying like the Mauser broom handle, the Red 9.
Yeah, well, see, if you had if you had a Mauser broom handle Red 9, you would open carry that because you'd be one of those people. It's like a purse.
Yeah.
When I see somebody open carry like a very basic, are you stealing?
No, just borrow it. Just put the ribs on.
Oh, the cutting board.
They're almost done.
Yeah, that's fine. We were gonna use it to cut salami, so.
Oh, do you have a serving dish or something? I don't have something big enough for.
Okay, in the house we just bought a pizza pan, a big one. That should work fine. I think Kelly is home by now.
She is. I just didn't want to...
Okay, just go knock on the door and ask her for a pizza pan or something, please.
Sorry.
No, not at all. The goal of Nerf, airsoft, and paintball is a player sport where you shoot each other for fun. And I don't... okay. Yeah, they are all toys. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is my other, this is all stuff. I have a video that's like in the chamber ready to go, but like I haven't done it yet because I know it's going to cause problems no matter how good I am at explaining it. But the reason why I can rationalize something like this is because it shoots foam.
Yeah.
Because I can shoot this, I can literally load this up and shoot it at my wall and nothing's going to happen. Can I do that with an airsoft? Yes! Should I? Hell no! It's gonna chip the wall, it's gonna dent the wall, it's gonna possibly break something. I'm not saying if I don't shoot this at a lamp or a light bulb it won't break, but you get it. And also, I really like the meta game of flinging foam. With, I mean, would you mind going and grabbing that bolt action off the wall? It's right down there. When I fire airsoft, and I have a pretty good one that I picked up specifically to do videos on, but when I fire airsoft, it is extremely boring. So, I love the look and aesthetics of this airsoft rifle.
I'm gonna go use your bathroom real quick.
Go for it, man. Yeah, Kelly's home, so it should be fine. I love this thing. Like, I can't find a firearm that would really be in this kind of like shorty bolt action carbine. Like, first of all, it's an NFA item, but beyond that, so I think it is. I actually don't know how long this barrel is, but if I can, heck, I'll buy it. But this is not like a real design. This is a fantasy design as far as I know. Bolt action, blah blah blah, airsoft. I love the design, which is why I picked it up. I wasn't like, oh my god, like there's like a grease gun Tech 9 looking thing that I also want to pick up that I absolutely love the look of, but I picked this up because of that. And this is like 340 FPS with like a 38 gram BB. And you basically, I put the scope on it, I shoot it at my target, I dial in my scope, and it hits this target basically in the same spot every single time. I literally stood on the other end of the cul-de-sac and fired at my target in my garage and was able to hit it virtually every single time with this thing. But it is incredibly boring to do so. With Nerf, and this is something that it's like you might hear this and you won't understand, with a Nerf dart, if I wanted to hit something really far away, I have to angle it heavily. And there's something about that bolt action, shoot, and that dart sails through the air at an arc and hits your target. It's satisfying. And also, a dart is a big thing. BB just fell out of it. Was there actual... That magazine should be empty. Oh, hey, it's not. Great. Oh, hi, honey. There's a lot to love about foam darts as opposed to something like this. It's not to say that it doesn't have its place, because like when it comes to target shooting, this is a lot more fun. And I'm sure if I was actually in an airsoft war, it could be a lot of fun to just basically be able to hit whatever I aim at. That's all fine and well. But at the end of the day, the reason why I like Nerf so much is because of that meta game when it comes to flinging foam. I like it. It makes me happy. It is so satisfying to land shots when you have to deal with the inherent flaws of the foam dart. It's not something I expect you to understand, but I am somebody with... I mean, I make a living doing this, but even after this, I have enough money to do kind of whatever I want. And the reason why I still choose to do Nerf is because it's so much fun. Tomorrow, I can go down to the airsoft store and spend $2,000 on airsoft blasters. Not that I have that money, because if I had that money, I wouldn't have all this problem, but like, after bills, and if I want to be super financially irresponsible, I could do that. Is it smart? Hell no. But I could do that. The reason why I haven't done oh, here's a review on this is because I don't know enough about airsoft. I have no clue if that's even a good airsoft gun. I have looked online and seen people say stuff about hey, this is really, really good. But I don't have the experience. The only other experience I have with airsoft is cheap things from Big Five when I was 17, 16. Buying things when I couldn't buy a gun. That's different than what you can get now. The hobby of airsoft has changed drastically in the last couple of years. Nerf is a lot more fun for me. It's not a matter of hurt. And anybody who says that is stupid, because most of the time when you're actually playing airsoft and stuff like that, you're wearing full armor and everything anyway. The same thing as like Nerf, I'm usually wearing like a, you know, vest and stuff like that. Not because it hurts, but because it holds all of my gear.
Put this back.
Yes, please. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
The thing was loaded. You need to be more careful. I never primed it. Like, I wasn't going to dry fire it. Are you kidding? That's why I hate this comment section. Ugh. I know better than to prime the thing. And it's not like I could not know if it was primed because there was force on the bolt. It's still a spring I have to cock back, so I knew it wasn't primed. I've done that with a real gun before. That is not a real gun. I would not pick up a real gun and show it around on live stream. I'm smarter than that. My guns are locked up.
That's tiny brain.
Walcom, do you hate it when people call mags clips? No. God, no. That is the most pedantic, stupid thing. Like, does that bother you?
No.
No, it doesn't upset anyone.
It used to when I was a noob.
Exactly,
now
that's
that
the
I
thing.
Don't care, I just don't.
Well, I mean, when you say it, like, if I know you don't, like, yo, man, I got a 15 bullet, or a 15 bullet clip, yo. You sound like an idiot. If you're like, yeah, I got this 15 clip, it's like, you kind of sound dumb. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, dude, it's a magazine! Oh my... You do that, nobody likes you. Literally nobody likes you. People who know don't go like, oh my god, he knew it was a magazine. He's so smart. I'm so enamored with this person because he knew the difference between a clip and a magazine. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The only people who do that are children or mentally children people in comment sections that want to sound smarter than they actually are. Nobody cares. You don't get internet points when you do it. Nobody gives a damn. You're literally just saying something to say something. Most of the time, people who go like, yeah, this is a 15 clip right here, they don't care, they know, and they just don't care. In fact, I will give you one better. I should call every single magazine a clip. You know why? Because I'm gonna get those comments and they're gonna drive up engagement on my videos. I have figured out that almost every video I've ever called a blaster oh wow, this is the Nerf... I guess with the like anything, like, oh, this is the Nerf Mac 10, this is the Nerf, whatever. People are like, no, it's actually a Mac 13.9, the Swedish version. It's like, just keep doing that, please. Like, I love it. It's like, no, bro, that doesn't look anything like a Tech 9. That's more like a Ruger, blah, 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 you know, just name a stupid firearm that, like, vaguely looks different or similar or whatever. Or half the time it's like people like, wow, that the Ultra Pharaoh looks like a Steyr Scout. And it's like, kid, are you okay? Is everything all right at home? Because that's not even remotely close. You know what I mean? Like, I should just do it for the engagement. I don't, but I should. And a lot of us actually kind of do. Like, I've already joked about every single video being like, it reminds me of the blah, 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 blah.
Give the masses clickbait.
Thank you, NSA Key. Somebody gets it. Thank you so much, NSA Key. This is the point. Like, it's dumb. Like, and I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of firearms. Few people do, and if they claim to, you're not Ian McCollum. You know that? Like, you're not. And I watch the same YouTube channels. I watch hours upon hours of CN Arsenal. I watch hours of Forgotten Weapons. I have Demolition Ranch, Kentucky Ballistics, Brendan Herrera. Like, I'm subscribed to all of them and more. And I'm still gonna like I will say, like, there's a 15 mag. It comes with a 15 dart clip. I'll literally read the box, and on the hour, every hour, I'll get a comment saying, it's not a clip, it's a magazine, even though I called it a magazine every single time after that. Like, it's such this primal need for the little kid who played Call of Duty to, like, hammer on his keyboard, like, pop the video, dislike, it's a magazine, not a clip. and then never see the rest of the video where I call it a magazine every single time. It's amazing.
Yeah, like even on Hasbro's boxes, they call them clips.
Yeah.
Just because.
And then people will argue, like, well, just because Hasbro calls them clips doesn't mean they are clips. The thing already exists. It's called a magazine. Hasbro's wrong, and it doesn't matter what they call them. I'm going to call them clips, and you should too, because I'm better than you, and you need to be as good as me. And it's like, do you realize how dumb you are when you say stuff like that? Do you realize why nobody likes you? Nobody likes me because I'm calling them out. I'm probably hypocritical on this. I'm willing to bet I am at some point. There are times I will correct people on things, and I try not to be like, oh, especially like she'll call them, well, she doesn't do it now, but like the wife used to call them bullets.
What?
A long time ago. Now, when I say darts several thousand times a year, so you're kind of ingrained, but like, it's whatever. I'll just be like, yeah, they're, blaster. I won't like somebody's like, yeah, I really like that Nerf gun. I won't go like, excuse me, blaster? We call them blasters. But if you do it in my Discord, yeah, I probably will ban you. Just because I don't want Discord being like, yo, they're talking about firearms and modifying firearms and stuff. And I know Discord will ban me for that, and I don't want that to happen. So we'll be like, yeah, bro, don't do that unless you're like, oh yeah, well, here's this image that's been posted 1,000 times, or not even 10,000 times, of a stampede with somebody loading an end block clip into it. I'm so original. I bet nobody's ever seen that before, even though rule number 4, even though there's only 3 rules, few people even realize that. Did you have something to say?
No, keep going.
They're loading live ammunition to a stampede, and it's like, we literally, every single time, like, you didn't read rule number 4, ban. Bye. You didn't read the rules, and it was never funny. It's like the barrel break loading the 12 gauge into it. It's like, you're not funny. It's an airbrush, honey. Press down on the airbrush part. Like, look, you can use it. It's a battery-powered airbrush. It's awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Do you use it all the time?
I haven't put paint through it yet.
Well, you should.
I should, yes, you're right.
But I did have something to say.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted you to finish that thought.
Okay.
So I found a third-party website with the metal pans I need. Stainless steel pans that fit it perfectly.
Are they for the
Now,
Critter Nation?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, should I buy 1 or 2?
Are you still gonna spend $300 on a cage?
Well, do you think so? I mean, if
I don't think you should. Because I think putting 2 rats in a double Critter Nation is gonna be stupid. And I think buying a double Critter Nation is just going to set you up for buying more rats, and you're going to have too many rats for you to be able to deal with.
I'm not going to buy more rats.
So, I don't think you need a second cage. I think you need to look up a different thing. If you need to go down to Lowe's and get sheet metal and rivet it to the side of the cage so the tails won't come out the side of the cage, but they can't tear the sheet metal off, we can do that.
No, that's not what I need the pan for.
You need the pan for the bottom.
Because the bottom is now...
Yeah, buy the pan. Buy the pan first.
Okay, so just 1 pan.
Yeah, I think just 1 pan, because the boys don't chew it.
No.
Yeah, just 1 pan for right now.
Okay.
How much are they?
60.
How much is shipping? Check that first. Because if shipping's like $30, buying 2 of them would kind of make sense if you want a second one, because you're going to have to pay that $30 again. But shipping 2 flat pans should be fine.
Yeah.
So I'd check it out.
Okay.
Right on. Holy crap. Apparently she made money by not making money. Her like Coinbase or something got hacked. Okay. And I think she had like $150 in there, but they apparently after it got hacked, I assume maybe there was a lawsuit or something. I don't know. They paid her like $1,000.
Oh damn.
So she's like, cool, that's $1,000 I didn't have before.
I should be getting my work check this month.
You still haven't gotten it?
No.
Are you effing kidding me?
No, my boss is like, I want to go to Disney World. Come on. Or Disneyland.
Everybody got screwed?
We're all just waiting.
Dude, that's awful.
Yeah, but it's fine. Oh, not a normal paycheck. Sorry. Remember the big one?
Oh, the big boys.
The big one.
Okay, sorry, I thought like you guys haven't been paid. I'm like, still?
No.
Holy crap.
Yeah, but our big ones we were supposed to get in September, but
yeah, they're gonna keep delaying that.
Probably. I guess they had to like check through accounting, and they're like, okay, is this all adding up? Okay, here's your money.
Wifey reveal. She doesn't like being on camera, which I respect. No Talon mags? I mean, mine works fine with Talon mags. That's what this entire video or the stream was about. Was the fact that apparently, for whatever reason, Talon mags don't work in a DZP Mark III, except for mine works fine. And I don't know why, but it works totally fine. If someone asks you for a modded Vulcan signed by you in exchange for money, would you do it? That's called a commission, and I would have to be paid lots of money, Chris, if you're still there. You don't have to spam the same question 3 times. I literally saw it at the top of my chat from probably several minutes ago. I like your shirt. I like it too. It's the only thing I have, besides the stain on it from when we were eating lunch. It's the only thing I have with Kaiji on it, and Kaiji's one of my favorite animes. Doesn't get enough. I want the Figma, but it's like $200-something. Because nobody in the chat even knows what Kaiji is. Except for all the people that are going to say, I know exactly what Kaiji is. It's good anime. You can watch it. It's just really slow in the second season. Towards the end. So they played Pachinko for like 13 episodes. And it's not very exciting. You literally skip like 9 episodes of it.
Should I clear a table off, you think? Depends what we're reading, right?
Yeah, we can clear off that one.
Are we eating up here, down there?
I could shut the stream off, yeah. I mean, we've been going for a while. I mean, you can talk to Kelly too. She might have plates done. Aha. Oh, you're gonna nuke it, huh?
Want it?
Nah. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna do the video. If I absolutely desperately had to, I would just buy it. Oh, is there darts in there? Yeah. Oh my god, I had no idea. I have the firing footage. I could technically still do the review.
Just group them all up, all 3.
Well, I was gonna do that, but it's like, I don't even think that video would have done well. I honestly don't. Like, it's just not very exciting. Does the wife like anime too? She likes anime way more than any one person should. Anime is kind of a girl thing in general, I think. Pachinko, the totally not gambling game. That was the joke in, or not that was the whole thing in Kaiji. Because it's a gambling anime.
Still one of your delicious apple.
Yeah, they're very good.
Here, I shook it up for you. What?
Now that the fridge is full and I don't have a case, I need to buy another case of it in case it goes out of stock. Because it's a limited thing. It's very good.
It is.
Talon mag's not working definitely wasn't meant to happen. Dark Zone knows that we like Talons, they wouldn't do that on purpose. Exactly, but like mine works fine, which is... it's right there. Which is why it's so bizarre. That everybody else had issues and mine works fine. Like,
yeah.
That's what I hate.
What?
Like, it's like really hard, especially if I went shouldered. I physically cannot flip the switch.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not possible. I'd have to like that.
Yeah, I see.
But, sorry. Mine works fine.
Yeah, the issue I've seen is one dart would get shot and the other one would get pulled back because there's no stop in the back of the mag.
I haven't had that issue.
Yeah, which again, that's what surprises me. Huh.
I could have swore from out of darts it was catching. What?
No, never mind.
Oh, as far as I can tell, I was gonna, if I could find a Sharpie, I was gonna color the edge of the feed lip to see if it would have a problem, but.
Yeah, you're right. You can't.
Are you excited for the Flip 32? I don't know, but I'll find out tomorrow. I'll probably put something up on Instagram about the Flip 32 tomorrow, because I won't upload it tomorrow. I'm going to be around with him. I'll have it up Monday. We're definitely filming it.
So if you're left-handed, you can easily.
Yeah, that's kind of, well, you still have to take your finger off the trigger.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, pro level.
Yeah.
What holster do you think you'll get for the pew pew? You use like a holdster for it.
Yeah.
You don't holster something like it takes a mag.
Grab mine again.
So, like, you can't really holster that. So you just use the magnet holsters, which I have this hardware for. Technically, I have everything because I have the holster on my backpack.
Oh.
But here's an out of darts one. It's literally the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
His is just thicker.
Oop.
And the magnet, the fidlock stuff, you just... And then it only will draw one direction.
I'm really happy. It's my first smart blaster, and it's my first magnet holster blaster.
Yeah, I've had FDLs. I still think this is the best.
Yeah.
Do you think Nerf will make a massive comeback next year? I doubt it. I think the ship's already sailed. I think we've outgrown Nerf, and I don't think there's no... Nerf would have to make some cool blasters. See, that's the thing. Like, even if they make cool blasters that we could potentially mod, they're never going to be as the stuff that we can just go to Walmart and buy. That was something that was a problem. Like, when I was at trying to think of something to go to Modern Rogue.
Oh shit.
It was a big issue where... Yeah, Bill, we are. We're almost done, though. When I was going to the Modern Rogue trying to think of a mod to do for the Modern Rogue, trying to figure out what to bring was the issue. Because even the mod that I chose was, let's do, I'll do the what do you call it? I'll do the knockouts, which is something that, you know, not that I think I invented it, because I'm sure somebody else would have immediately, but I had access to it. That was a mod that was kind of me, that worked fine, and it was pretty decent. And it was easy-ish. I already knew how to do it. If you're brand new, it might be a little bit more difficult, but the point is, that mod is almost entirely pointless, because you can just go to Walmart and spend $25 and get an Aeon Pro.
Oh my gosh.
Now, if you get the whole blaster, if you get like a knockout for $5, you can kind of rationalize it. But they're also completely different things. That's like saying something like, oh, why do Olympians spend thousands of dollars on, you know, handmade, completely custom competition pistols when they could just buy a Glock? And the answer is because they're handmade competition pistols. That's why. That was like, and that comment shows up. If you look at the comment section in the Modern Rogue thing, they're like, just go buy a Nexus Pro or an Aeon Pro. Don't waste your time and money doing this. And so we're kind of at this point where no matter what, we're stuck. Where even if Nerf puts out something and you can mod it to hit 150 FPS, who cares? And I think Nerf realizes that. So Nerf will probably try to attack things from a different angle, but I think we're kind of at this point where it's like, I don't think us as a hobby will ever really be able to do the Nerf thing. I will always be at the point where I will give everything Nerf does a fair shake, and I'll try not to compare it to what we have going on with the Pro Series line, but I will always bring it up at some point. Let's assume that the Flip 32 is good. It works the way it should, and it's fun. Is that worth $60? To most of you in the chat, no, it's not worth $60. But it still has a purpose because there's nothing else like it. That's the point. And if it can do that niche well enough and people can have fun with it, that's how things are going to be. I am never going to be on the fence that, like, Nerf can't make a good blaster. The reason why we've been hitting Nerf so hard is because even when they try to make a good blaster recently, they've been dog doo. They've been absolutely awful in almost every regard. It's not to say Nerf hasn't made good blasters, But then, even the stuff they make that's okay is just reshells of stuff they've made in the past in a slightly different configuration. I'll still praise Hasbro when things are good, and I'll totally be on the fence like, yeah, why would you buy this over an Aeon Pro? You probably won't. But the thing where I'll hit Nerf is like, why would you buy, or like I'll even hit Busby, like why would you buy something like the Tetra Shot when you could just buy a Villainator? You know? Like that's a fair, they're both in the same thing. And if I'm gonna do like, okay, why would you buy the Flip 32 for $60 when you can buy a Villainator? Like, that's always a fair comparison, because the Villainator is a $20, $40 slam fire thing, and the Flip 32 is not any of those. It holds less, costs 3 times as much. You get it. Like, that's a fair comparison, but, hey, like, in my head, like, what would the Flip 32 be good for? Well, if I absolutely abhor it and want to waste the money, I could buy one, completely forego using the spinny flipping mechanism, and basically put in glue a long shot or a sledge rough cut AR thing to the front of it and have a lever action rough cut. Woo! You could do something like that. There are still cosmetic mods that would be fun. There's still lots of things you could do to have fun. And at the end of the day, we haven't really gotten to this point in the hobby yet, but there's still wars out there that aren't 150. There are still lots of wars. I see this is a thing that's a conversation that we need to have at some point, but what are we gonna do about HVZ now that the Nexus Pro and the Aeon Pro exist? Like, with the Dart Zone Pro, it was pretty easy to say you can't use that. Every HVZ I've been to does make you crony your blaster, and then they basically safety tag it that it's good for play. And it's basically honor system after that you don't mess with the blaster. But they make you crony your blaster before you get all your stuff done. That being said, now that we can get all these blasters off shelves, there's gonna be a lot of people that buy a Nexus or an Aeon Pro without modifying it and try to take it to an HVZ. These blasters hit 160 FPS. Are we going to up the FPS cap and allow them to use those? Or are we just going to deny all these people from using these blasters? There's arguments for both. I don't know where we're going to land on that one, and I don't know what the future holds, and honestly, we don't know because we haven't had an HVZ since the Nexus and Aeon Pro have been a thing. And I mean, as in this, on the scale of like End War, Ragnarok, Oktoberfest, WVZ, that kind of stuff. It's gonna be an interesting time, and we've had a delay to not figure that out because it hasn't happened. So, I really don't know what to say about all that. I don't know what's going to happen. But at the same time, there's a lot of blasters out there that when I really like something, it's usually because it fits a niche that I needed. I can technically have like a blaster that I love for every game and FPS cap. Like, I still love the Super Spamp. I think the Super Spamp is flippin' awesome. Love it. Would I want to use it in 150 FPS cap? Possibly. Would I love to use it in 130 FPS cap because it hits around 130? Heck yeah. Like, holy crap, that thing would be rad. Same thing with the Pew Pew. Like, the Pew Pew's 140 to 150 FPS. So if we have a 150 FPS war, I'm using this thing for almost every single engagement because I love it that much. Now, if it was a 200 FPS cap,
that'd be a sidearm, maybe.
I would still probably use it just because I'm me, but I would be at a distinct disadvantage.
Yeah, I'd use that in like a slightly tuned down Lynx. I think that'd be really nice.
That's half the fun of the hobby, by the way, is having like that blaster be as close to that FPS cap as possible. And that's where the fun comes in. Like, oh, it's a 130 FPS cap. Well, if your blaster on average hits over 130, they will not let you use it. So if your average is 129, you're good. And so having a blaster for every single kind of thing is good. And there's going to be stock. Like, there's going to be stock wars when you can't use high FPS stuff. That's fair. I want to have a blaster that I like for every single kind of FPS cap, game mode, blah, blah, blah. That's my goal. And I have things, and I also have blasters I just want to use. I'll have blasters that just feel good to use, and I will want to run them. That's fair. People will use Mavericks in 150 FPS cap games because they like the Maverick, and they win. They do. There are people who can pull that off.
That's right.
If you're fast and smart, a dart's a dart. But man, the future's probably way brighter, and it doesn't have anything to do with Hasbro. If Hasbro does good stuff with their new ammo types, I can definitely see us being happier in the future. If Hasbro puts out better hyper blasters with interesting mechanics, even if they're not moddable, they'll still have a purpose. Like, if we had a slightly better Rush 40, that thing's going to be everywhere. Like, if it just fed slightly better. Like, I don't know if anybody's experimented with, like, just trying to make it feed more reliably. Like, people have done the hop-up and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Like...
The T-pull for me, like, it seems
really
to
helped.
feed... Yeah, it felt
I bet that's a lot more jostled, because you're not kind of enclosing around the slide, you're grabbing it from the back violently. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. And, like...
Close quarters, that thing is really fun. Like, and I used it a couple of rounds, like, close quarters, and it's super nice.
You have 40 shots.
Exactly.
And it's easy to reload. Like, there is a niche for that blaster in pretty much every way.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that I want to see. I want to... If Nerf will make a inline 5-round ultra blaster that's lever action, 5-round internal mag that hits 100 FPS and maybe has a little bit more mod potential, I'll run the heck out of that. Are you kidding me? If they make a Mega XL thing that's an anime missile launcher, I don't know, maybe I'll be into that. Maybe if they... That'd be awesome if they had like one of those just things where you just hold it and just go choo 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 like that. That'd be fun. Like, there's cool things that can happen, but when it comes to like their normal Nerf offerings, I think Nerf realizes they're in trouble. I think they're gonna rely on their tie-ins. They're going to throw in their gimmicks, and they're going to focus on their auxiliary ammo types that people can't clone right now. That's what it seems like the future's going to be for Hasbro. If it's going to be good, remains to be seen. If anything, at least we have Dart Zone. Dart Zone caters to us. They cater in a good niche. They produce excellent blasters at an affordable price, and then they also put out the stuff that we want in the high-end market. I bought all... Yeah, I only did the one video on the Honey. I have a couple other Roblox blasters, but I only did the one video on the Honey Dalton, because it was a lever action. I had to do it. That's a good idea, Flying. I'll run that by... I'll run that by Slater. Because that is definitely seems like a Slater shirt design, if he wants to get that out. Did that robot microshots ever make it to your wall? Of course it did. Yep. I need to get a step stool up here so I can move a row up so I can have a better stuff for that. But yeah, it's on the wall. They're all hanging up over in the corner. Let's grab this for just a tick. Hi guys. Yeah, but you can see over there where they're all hanging. It's over there. I need to talk to Aldos about how he did. I don't know. Somehow you can wirelessly stream with the Sony, and I don't know how it's done. Because it only worked with, like, some program that doesn't exist anymore. But you'd think, like, the API would still exist or something like that. Because that would solve a lot of problems. Are you joking? Like, we have the Wi-Fi network for it, so... Have you made the Winchester? I don't know. Is that still happening? Valor? Like, that was kind of a thing that came up, like, just a couple of days ago. I really, really want a Winchester. I'll just say it that way. Bullpup or lever action? Yeah, for a lever action. Frick, they could literally just make a lever action Conquest Pro and I'd love it. So were you able to get that dot, like, on point at all?
Huh? I haven't tried it yet. I've decided to.
I'm gonna be mad if they teamed up with Minecraft. Oh, buddy, that was actually leaked.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh no, not the freaking foam pickaxe.
Maybe there was literally Minecraft Nerf Minecraft somethings. Thoughts on the Foam Knight XE? Yeah. Is that the pistol?
Yeah, that's a MK3 one.
Yeah, meh. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a Zinc, so I can't compare it. And I mean, it's probably fine, but it's like I already have things that do that. I have a Gecko. I'm not entirely certain. I really like that little brick, the RX. I really like the idea of that.
Let's see how
I don't know if I'll ever get around to building one, but I like the idea of it a lot.
Oh, I left this on. My thing's dead.
How? How many times have I done that?
Oh, guess I'll die.
When have you last played guns? I played it on stream a couple of months ago on a private server for a couple of seconds. Just showing what the game was, because I had it installed.
It's all good. I'm sure it's fine.
They were pre-marinated.
Couple more minutes, we're gonna shut it down. Do you think Nerf will make a short dart anytime soon? No, I don't think they will. That's why they invested so much in alternative ammo types. Yeah, the problem with private servers and guns is that you start at level 1 and you have access to really bad weapons, and guns is one of those games where leveling up literally gave you stronger weapons, so it's kind of hard to play in a private server. That and everybody and their dog knows K-Style, so if you don't want to K-Style, you're really at a disadvantage. Not impossible. Think short starts are the future of the hobby. They've been the future of this hobby for like 15 years. They only got popular recently because they've been easily accessible.
I love when Grandpa Gary said that to me.
All right. Well, it's been a very fun time, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. There we go. Put it back on normal mode. Yes, yes. So no more heroes. That's a nice breach. Like, you didn't have to do anything, huh?
Yeah, just pretty much blew it. But this shoots half darts now, but like one shotgun. It's like, if I shoot that shirt.
Yeah. It's like a fart.
Nerf this.
It's a fart dart. Alrighty. Let me say goodbye to everybody in the chat. A reminder, we do these live streams every Saturday night starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This was a bit like we had stuff to do today, so we didn't have a lot of time to set things up, but things will get better. I'm actually looking at better equipment right now, especially with the donations I've got tonight. That will go towards the actual thing. But in the meantime, there's some things I was looking at buying that I'm pretty sure I can buy right now, thanks to all of you. That will drastically help the stream. So, thank you very much. AC Drisk, Alapic 5259, All Seeing 5, Apo, Ben Lamb, Bill, Brian S, Classic for Real, Coney Dog, Dalton's Life 1222, Detroit Dart Works, Evan Johan Cruz, Flying Spur 99, Ice Feline, Jeremiah Cashbro with Nerf Rival Charger Shorts. I'm just going to call you Jeremish. Oh, it's Jeremish now. It's not Jeremiah. Jesse Livodi, Joey Kusi 37, Johnny Urban Woodsman, Kakaru 5688, one of our beautiful members. They have a wonderful Demolisher rocket next to the name because they've been with us quite some time. Kingston Chambers, Landon Catlett, Nerfo Rama, Nick C, Parker D, Sam Wickman, Sean Mullen, Tank Pro HP TI, Two People Eat Burgers, our beautiful moderator Valor Blasters, and Coney Dog. I forgot to mention. Thank you very much for moderating tonight, you two. And Zoyahu. I look forward to seeing you all in the future. We'll have plenty of videos this week, don't you worry. Like I said, I'm going to try a couple of new things. So, hey, if you actually like what we're doing, make sure you actually support the channel. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. Nick C, new member. Wow. Wonderful time to do that, Nick, as I'm shutting down the stream. Love you. Thanks for that. We'll let the zombie run across the stream because I don't think I have a custom thing for that yet. Which I probably should. Well, wait. Nick spent the money. They get their time to shine on the stream right at the very end, where nobody else can steal their thunder. I think. Come on, play the notification. Come on. Come on. Dude, there's a notification for this. I promise, Nick. Making me look like a liar right now. I wonder why it's not playing it. I'll give it another second. I'm about ready to just make one. You think it's shown it already? Maybe it has. Anyway, thank you very much, Nick. Nice way to sign off. Have a good night, everyone. I'll leave you with the rest of this song.